repair option at your location in the Little Rock and Hot Springs service areas. Your place or ours, Trader Bill's provides honest, dependable, and convenient marine sales, service, and repair.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Let's go! You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, but a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear. Cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be within rappers, hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, this is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and get 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note, he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on.
All right, we on. Let's go. 10:08 in the zone. And if you don't like our opening song, sorry. We sometimes we got to do stuff right up to the beginning of the show, and that's just part of the deal. But we appreciate you being with us today. We're on the road today. UAMS Health's Orthopedic and Spine Hospital right on I-630. It is technically 801 Cottage Drive is where we're located today. We want you to check this place out. If you ever have any issues, we've been talking about Ortho Now, which is a new offering here at UAMS where you can walk in and get treated if you've got any kind of orthopedic issue from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on the weekends, on Saturday at least, from 8 until noon. So if you've got problems, they've got your answer for you. And DJ's getting our camera set up. This place is absolutely stunning, DJ. What a fantastic facility. What a great place to get treated. I almost want to tear an ACL so I can come in here and get treated. It's
I know, right?
Good. I mean, it looks amazing.
I kind of want to roll around. You seen these wheelchairs they got?
No.
They look fancy. I've never seen. Look at these. You see this thing over here? Over there? You ever seen a wheelchair like that?
No, that's fancy. That's next level. Yeah.
Does it move by itself?
That's a 2045 wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's like I went to sleep and woke up 20 years from now. It's pretty crazy.
They got a little spot to get some. My guy right here walking up.
Yep.
You're going to see him on camera here in just a second. Hook me up with my latte.
Did he?
Like he's ready to go. Oh, yeah. It's good.
Set?
I said, can you whip this up? Is this going to be good? He says, oh, Brother, no doubt.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
They got a little cafe right inside the door. It says no ordinary Joe. I like that. So you get a cup of Joe, but it's no ordinary Joe, apparently.
Not today.
Well, there's nothing ordinary about this place. It is incredibly high ceilings. They've got some beautiful glasswork. I'm told that there's a local artist that did these. James Hayes, do you know him?
Yes, I've heard the name.
Very talented dude.
Yes.
So they're beautiful
wow.
pieces of art. Yeah.
Is that glass?
Yeah.
You think he blew that? Look at these folks up here. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, amazing work. But we're going to talk to a couple of the docs here. Dr. O'Malley, who you know well, he's on every other week with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then also we've got Dr. Lowery Barnes who's going to join us. He's been on with us several times. He joined us when we were out at the golf tournament out of Pleasant Valley for the Champions Tour.
I remember that.
Yeah, good dude. I've known him for a long time, and he's going to visit with us today. We just saw one of his patients roll through here and said he just got his knee fixed, and said Dr. Barnes took good care of him there. So we're going to talk about that. We've got some Razorback news. Hogs getting ready for A&M this week. Haven't seen any news on any movement as far as the games go. We have seen rotation movement, of course, as Gage Wood goes to the starting rotation. He will be back in the lineup. He's going to start game 2, whenever that happens to be, assuming that'll be Friday unless the weather doesn't cooperate. And even if it doesn't, it'll be on Saturday. So I would think it'd be game 2 earlier Friday, and then game 3 would be Friday night, but we'll see. How about that? If Arkansas is able to, if they have to move the Saturday game, I wouldn't think they would move it to Sunday. I would think they would move it to a doubleheader Friday, and then you get Saturday and Sunday off. Kind of nice for the guys this time of year.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But we'll see. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Also, Arkansas softball's jumping out of conference this weekend. No conference game this weekend. Kind of odd. They're playing Colorado State.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of an odd deal.
Yeah.
I guess because there's only 15 teams, so somebody's got to get stuck with no conference opponent every so often.
Okay.
Why does Vanderbilt not have softball?
They don't?
No, that's the one school.
I'm surprised.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
Why does Missouri have baseball? We don't know.
Do they? When they get that? Anyway, so we're going to talk some golf today. What? No? Too soon?
No.
We're going to he's trying to get the video. Hook up to their Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah, try the UAMS thing. Yeah, our box is a little slow today. I actually flipped my computer over there, too.
Okay.
We're going to talk about golf. We tried to get to this yesterday, couldn't do it, but Rory got emotional in the post-conference. I thought it was really good talking about his caddy, who he grew up with. And then Padre Harrington spoke on a podcast this week about Rory and the potential for him, which I think is cool. And then we've also got some sound. Okay, so every once in a while on this show, you guys say something, Christian or DJ, mostly DJ, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That cannot be true. That cannot be real. You cannot be serious right now. And there's a Hall of Fame pitcher who now works on a broadcast that said something that I couldn't believe my ears when I heard it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So we're gonna play that clip coming up in a little bit. What else we got here? Oh, all right, something from entertainment today. You're gonna love this one, DJ.
Okay.
Apparently somebody decided to put together and then release a white rapper Hall of Fame.
Nice.
A Mount Rushmore, if you will.
I can give you 4 right now.
Okay, who's an absolute no
Eminem.
doubt? Okay,
No
that's what I
doubt.
assumed.
He's no doubt.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm not going to sit here in front of all my good friends at UAMS Ortho now and lie to you that I'm some sort of rap authority. I am not. However, I do know Eminem really well. But there are a few other guys on this list that I do know, but I don't really know their work that well, I suppose. But another one that was mentioned is Mac Miller, who's now passed away.
Yeah, he's on the Rushmore.
Yeah, he's on there too.
I don't know his work. I need to deep dive.
He's number, if not. You
He's
putting
probably
Logic?
2.
Are you putting Logic in there?
No, because he's biracial. He let you know
Oh,
that. He let you know that.
Okay. Oh, does he?
Also, there's a guy that I'd
Oh.
never heard of until today. His name is Russ.
Yeah, I've been told I look like him.
This guy says that, yeah, I can see that. I actually watched one of his videos this morning. The one song that was his most popular was Not My Cup of Tea. But
I'm not crazy about Russ personally.
and then the other one was mentioned was Paul Wall. And I can't say that I
keep
know his
forgetting
work.
he's
Paul
white.
Wall, yeah,
you
Paul
know
Wall's-
Paul Wall.
What's he do?
Tipping on fofos.
Rapped
I'm
in
sure if
folk.
I heard it, I'd know it maybe.
What it do? This
I was thinking
Wall's the
about-
People's Champ.
Does Jack Harlow not have a deep enough catalog?
Not yet.
Not yet, but
Because Jack Harlow I love. I love his music.
no, Paul Wall for sure.
I'll tell you another guy I like, but I know this is an unpopular opinion and probably a bit controversial. But somebody turned me on to NF a couple years ago. My son hates him, but I think he's pretty good.
He's like clean Eminem.
Yes, exactly. I was just going to say he's a non-cussing Eminem. So, yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
A fun game we used to play is what are all the things that Paul Wall would compare his grill to?
Okay.
You know, Bugs Bunny's lunch. You know, because all the carrots. Yeah. What are some other ones? You have no idea, do you? We'll hook you up.
I don't know him.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. Like I said, I didn't learn he was white until this year.
What I realized in looking at this list is I don't listen to white rappers very often.
You might.
There's a reason.
Don't know it.
No, I surely don't.
There's a reason.
I surely don't.
So, okay. That's a decent Mount Rushmore, I guess, right?
Well, anyway, so apparently you did not mention one that is relatively well known, and that being, of course, MGK.
Yeah,
and apparently he has all been out of shape by the fact that somebody had the audacity not to put him up there. He says, "Me not on the white rapper Mount Rushmore is blasphemy." Is that a stretch?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I mean,
it's not a stretch.
He's had a couple bangers. I give it to him, but
it's not blasphemy that he's not up there.
No.
Okay.
No.
MGK.
No.
I honestly knocked him down a notch when I saw him act. I was like, God, you're such a bad actor.
What did he act in?
He was in that terrible movie that I told you about where Megan Fox carried the day. He was like a pimp.
I haven't seen that.
I'm surprised this person didn't put Post Malone on there, although I wouldn't either, but I'm surprised he didn't make it.
Keep forgetting he's white.
Posty's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He's more than, I don't know.
He's more than rap.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of my thing.
He almost used rap to catapult his way into pop and country.
He's pretty amazing.
Which knocks it down for me.
I love him. I mean, maybe not as a pure rapper, but I like as a performer, he's great. Like, I like his music.
Who are some, like, the more old school white rappers?
Vanilla Ice is the only one, DJ.
That's it. What about Marky Mark?
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, he rapped.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that was mentioned here that didn't go on there, but it should be, is Beastie Boys.
Okay.
Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
But the problem is you'd have to put 3 dudes up there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Kid Rock, if you want to call him that. I don't know.
Who?
Kid Rock, I guess, because he started as a rapper.
Yeah, I guess kind of.
He did.
Kind of transitioned out of that pretty early.
Okay.
He sings too, though. I mean, he's kind of like Post. I mean, he kind of does a few different things. He's sort of got some country vibe to him too.
Yeah, he kind of transitioned from rap to country and rock a little bit.
Yeah, well, put you in a superstardom where you can call up the president and get a dinner with him. I mean, that's kind of cool. Just put your email in there. There's nothing more to it. Just your email. Anyway, we're trying to get all our videos set up here. 10:17. We've got, like I said, a couple of guests coming up here. I think Dr. O'Malley is set for 10:30, and in fact, he is. So he will join us here. Breaking news. Then we'll talk about the question of the day. It was breaking this morning. You don't have to play the sounder, but you guys may have seen it. Definitely, I'm sure it came across if you're signed up for ESPN alerts. But Lee Corso retiring from ESPN's College Game Day in August, ending his career with the show that began back in 1987. He says, "My family and I will be forever indebted for the opportunity to be part of ESPN and College Game Day for nearly 40 years. Like a lot of athletes over the years, he hung on probably 5 years too long, but I won't begrudge him. I can't fault him. If I was in his position and they let me keep doing the show and all I had to do was basically mumble a few things and put on headgear and get paid, I probably would have done it too. I'm sure he loves it. I'm sure he'll miss it, and I'm sure they'll miss him, but I don't think America will at this point. He was the best thing on the show for a long time, but it has become, and it's, again, I don't want to bash the guy on his way out the door. He's stepping down, but, I think we all agree, like, it was really uncomfortable watching him try to get through a segment when he was having a hard time keeping his thoughts straight and, articulating what he was trying to say. And, you see Herbie, anxiously sitting there and trying to help him through it. And it's just tough. I mean, again, it's time to step away. At some point, everybody needs to step away and let somebody else have an opportunity to get on the air and do their thing and, give themselves a chance to showcase their skills. And Pat McAfee obviously is starting to play a role in that show. I do wish that there was a little more tame version of Pat McAfee for that particular segment. Or
what do you mean?
I don't think
it's
that
very Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I don't think his shtick works on that show as well as it does on his podcast or
I
his show on ESPN.
He turns it into the Pat McAfee vibe.
Yeah, and I like him personally. Like, I would like to hang out with him. I think he's cool, and I like his show. I just don't like him doing what he does on that show.
That one thing at the SEC tournament was pretty cool, though.
What was that?
When he did the Georgia Bulldog chant, but picked the Tide instead. You don't remember that?
And when they did the wank or whatever, and he was like, I didn't know where that was going. That was actually a good.
Oh,
pretty good
that was pretty good.
The what?
The acronym for
let a naysayer know or whatever.
Yeah, let us.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Whoa, I get it."
Yeah, remember that.
He has his moments.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's very funny. There's no question about that. So, Christian, what do we got for? Oh, somebody's mentioned Jelly Roll here on the D3 Auto Sales text line.
Mount Rushmore?
That's
I
ridiculous.
think he's just talking
We're
about
just
like,
naming white
Okay,
rappers.
just naming white rappers at this point.
he is a lot more than a rap. I don't think of him as a rapper at all.
He's not
This guy
anymore.
says he started as a rapper.
He did.
Again, I mean, listen, Taylor Swift started out as country. Guess what? Good move for her because, you know, you can say, oh, she sold out or whatever. Yeah, she sold out and makes billions now, so it's probably fine by her.
Macklemore stole a Grammy from Kendrick Lamar and all that stuff and then disappeared.
Macklemore. I like Macklemore.
Mm-hmm. Popping tags?
Yeah, that was a fun song.
And Can't Hold Us. Yeah, two of them.
Corso equals Biden, this guy says. That's mean. This guy says Will Smith. Hilarious. Okay, Christian, what do we got for question of the day?
It's National Crawfish Day, apparently, so I'm going to ask.
Today?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
What's the day today? 16th?
17th, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So do you suck the head when you eat crawfish? Yes or no? I'm going to go no on that one, although I do like crawfish.
I'm a no.
I'm a yes, but not all of them.
Yeah, kind of. You look at them.
No.
If one looks a little funny.
I just do it every once in a while.
Okay, why?
Depends what kind of flow I get in. I don't know.
What kind of flow you're in?
Yeah, if they're coming out easy and I'm crushing it, I may not even slow down. I just keep crushing the tails.
Okay.
But today is also International Haiku Poetry Day. I love a good haiku.
Okay.
What's the thing on? Is it like 7? What's the haiku?
353, right?
353. I don't know.
Am I right?
What's the one with
575. It's 575.
I knew there was a 7. Yeah. Know my poetry.
You know your
I used
poetry.
to write poetry.
Well, of course you did. You're a Renaissance man.
Oh, man. Hey, can I tell you something that happened this morning? Very, very sweet moment as I was leaving work after our little 9 a.m. thing. This lady in the studio, she came across the studio and she says, oh, my gosh, I ain't seen you in forever. Shook my hand. She said, I just want to thank you for being the guest speaker, keynote speaker at a boys and girls black tie event. I said, oh, my gosh, no problem. I said, I've done a few. I said, which one? She said, I said, was it a couple years ago? She said, no. It was a while ago. And I said, oh, it must have been when I was still playing ball, like in college. She was like, I think this was around like 94. I was like, no, it couldn't have been that long. And she said, 2008. I said, oh, yes, that does sound familiar. 2008. She said, I just want to thank you. You were the highlight of the thing and made such an impact. And she said, you look a little different. And I was like, here we go. I'll put on a couple pounds. I get it, whatever. And she says, but I just knew that was you. So I just wanted to come up and say hi. And she was like, but I have to call my friend because she's your biggest fan. And I said, okay, cool. Calls her on the phone. And she says, you wouldn't believe who I have here. She was like, who is it? She said, I got Derek Fisher here with me right now. So I talked to this lady for 5 minutes.
Wow.
It's Derek Fisher. I didn't know how to tell her.
Did you tell her?
No, I didn't tell her.
I would have told her.
Did they ask about playing with like Kobe and stuff?
Well, no, she just talked about the event. And I said, yes, it was amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm glad I got a chance to go. I didn't know how to tell her. So I talked to this random person for 5 minutes as Derek
This
Fisher.
is almost worse than your catfish story.
I know, it's
when
bad.
you had the rando person texting you that
No,
they
I
thought you were
get it.
someone else.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do because she was locked in. She seemed so happy. I didn't want to take it away from her.
Well, you should have been honest.
All that work.
Did you take offense that you have hair on your head and Derek Fisher hasn't had hair on his head since like the early 2000s?
I barely have hair on my head,
Yeah,
so
but
that's
it's
fine. Yeah, but that's fine. But
I mean, you're both kind of husky.
yeah, I guess is he? And we're both light skinned.
True.
You know,
You're both from Little Rock.
There's a lot of similarities.
we're in it.
I've never seen you together.
How tall is Derek Fisher? He's probably like 6'2", 6'3".
He's probably taller than me, but he looks little on the court. Yeah,
I got a note here, and it was also on this story that I read. Lil Dicky, but I don't know him.
Oh, I forgot about Lil Dicky.
Is he good?
I like Lil Dicky.
Eh.
I think he's creative.
Yeah, just whatever. 6'1", Derek Fisher. So
Okay,
you're
I got
taller,
him.
apparently.
By 7/8.
Is Acri reading this crap? Yes, I'm reading this crap. What do you want from me? Come on. If you got D3 Auto Sales text line, 501-661-1037. Logan from Searcy. No Yellow Wolf fans here? There's a couple songs in there that are funny.
What is that?
Yellow Wolf, you know
What's
that rapper?
Yeah, I know Leo Wolf.
Pretty funny.
Weird Al be a rapper?
No.
Okay.
Who? Weird Al?
Yeah.
100%.
Don't
Is he a
know.
singer?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess he's more of a singer. You're probably right.
Like he has some rap songs that he's parodied, but he's not a rapper, I wouldn't say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those are raps. He is speaking.
Okay.
Like Amish Paradise, he's speaking. But he ain't going to be on the Mount Rushmore thing. No. I love DJ's stories, this person says. Good job, DJ. Never steal from someone's happiness.
I didn't want to.
I agree, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I would probably set her straight.
Do you think they eventually, like, Googled Derek Fisher after the fact, and they're like, you know what?
No,
I don't think that was Derek Fisher.
No, she was locked in.
Okay.
And because, she said, I was going back and forth, and I just knew it was you. She talked about how awesome I did that night. Like, cool. Appreciate it.
Max says on our live fan feedback brought to you by Whit Davis Lumber Plus, if you start a series on Thursday, you can't play Sunday. You have 3 days and can't extend it to 4. Well, that's good. Then we might get a doubleheader Friday. That'd be great for the dudes, I think, seriously. I mean, if you're like, man, let's just play 3 on Thursday and Friday and be done with it. Then Saturday and Sunday off, that'd be awesome for the guys. We'll see. The weather's not good looking, so we'll see what happens. All right, we are going to take a break. Christian questions of the day. We already did, I guess. What was the deal from yesterday? What did we end up with on that?
We asked, did the Braves reporter do anything wrong, yes or no? And we got no, 94%. By the way, Roe wanted to weigh in on white rappers real quick.
Okay.
You don't have your board pulled up.
I don't. I'll get it. We've had a slow start to getting our lives together, but DJ's got the video up. Got everything else working, I think, so we're good. What's
there
up,
you go,
bro?
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Good, buddy. What's up?
Not much. I just wanted to weigh in before I get in off my break, and just want to tell you guys, we gotta make it 5 rappers for the white Mount Rushmore. Either 5 or drop it down to another number or something like that. Because honestly, any Caucasian rapper under the age of 40 shouldn't make the list.
Under the age of 40?
Under, yeah.
All right.
In my opinion, I'm gonna just put the Beastie Boys on as 1.
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe you get any of these white rappers without them, and they are a very, very good group. And I like the Beastie Boys, but you got to put them on there. Eminem has to be on there, and the only person, in my opinion, worthy of making the Mount Rushmore is Paul Wall.
Yeah,
Paul Wall.
I can go with 3.
Yep. Yeah,
I like that.
I was going to say, this is like, they expanded the playoffs to 4, and it's like maybe we should have kept it at the BCS.
Yeah.
So maybe you just go Beasties and Eminem.
Okay.
Be done with it.
Yeah.
If you had to knock off a president from Mount Rushmore, who would you knock off?
The one I don't know.
Ooh.
The one you don't know. You know them all.
I know Washington, Lincoln,
Teddy, and Thomas, right?
Thomas Jefferson.
You knocking TJ off?
I needed help with TJ.
I'm being honest with you.
DJ hates TJ?
I knock off Washington in favor of the other one.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
That goes
he
against
was in
your
a-
whole Beastie Boys reference. Because
presidents were less skilled back then. They were playing. He was going against plumber politicians, probably.
Hey, I'm sorry, man, but
he was a military leader before.
What? The body of work from Jefferson, Lincoln, and I mean Teddy is probably like, I mean, if you want to be honest, like he's tough. You know what I mean?
He was helping create the birth of this nation. I mean, I think he did his part.
Yeah, but it was a lot of lies told about his game. Though, they told me he had wooden teeth. That was a lie.
Well, okay, you're right. Knock him off, Mount Rushmore. Let's go.
He ain't got wooden teeth. He's out.
Let's go smooth him over. He's out.
Oh,
yeah. I could poke holes in his resume. You see what I'm saying? So.
You can poke holes in the resume of all those guys, I'm sure. Listen, unless they stick Jesus up there, everybody's got their flaws. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I appreciate the call, Ro.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right. Don't get me started on if Jesus could be on the white rapper list.
Don't do it.
We got to hit a break. It's 10:29. Dr. O'Malley's here. Freshly coiffed.
Nice.
Got cleaned up. He must know we're on video stream today.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good. All right, we're going to take a break. It is 10:29. I knew that was going to lead to some discussion.
Oh, yeah.
Good work, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beasties, I think, have to be on this list. That's kooky talk.
Yeah.
But again, I got to familiarize myself with these other dudes better. So, and I'm not familiar with Lil Dicky's game.
I think you would like it.
He's a joke rapper.
Yeah,
I
would like it. Yeah,
that's like the dude we talked about. What's his name? Oh my gosh.
Young Gravy.
No. Him too. He's funny too. The guy sent the one in. I'll have to look it up again. I can't think.
Tipping.
We hit so many. Anyway, all right, 10:29. We're back here. We are at UAMS Health Ortho now. Again, it's in the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. If you're driving down 630, you'll see this big, beautiful building here. And again, it's a walk-in clinic for orthopedic needs, 8A to 8P, 8 to noon on Saturday. I suggest you pop over and see us if you have any kind of problem, folks. It is a no-brainer if you're having issues with your knee, your back, your ankle, or anything else. DJ's just rapping along here. We're having a good time. All right, we'll hit a break. We'll be back in a sec.
Mike Jones, the one and only. You can't clone me. Got a lot of haters and a lot of homies. Some friends and some phony. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot, all on me. Back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot, all on me.
Randy Rainwater is on the road this Friday, taking Drive Time Sports to Trader Bill's Outdoor Sports off I-30 in Little Rock. Find them online at traderbills.com.
This is Sports Center.
We have our first eliminations of the NBA playoffs. It was the 2 9 seeds who didn't get the job done at home. First in the Eastern Conference, it was the Bulls falling to the Miami Heat 109-90. 38 points for Tyler Hero, who led the way, led all scorers in the game as well. Bam Adebayo had a 15-point, 12-rebound double-double as well. And now Miami Heat will take on the Atlanta Hawks on Friday. Anthony Davis kept the Mavericks season going last night. It was a 120-106 victory for the Mavs on the road over the Kings. 27 points and 9 rebounds. Klay Thompson also chipped in 23 points. He was 8 for 11 from the floor. They will play the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network. April is Financial Literacy Month, and it's game time. Arkansas Problem Gambling Council is here to help you take control of your money and your mindset. We want you to win. Let's play smart together. Call 501-403-2321 or visit arpgcouncil.org.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Your phone always has plenty to say. But at Arkansas State Parks, the best connections don't need Wi-Fi. Just a campfire, a trail, or a canoe. The greatest memories are the ones you make outside. So go ahead, unplug, and unwind with the people you care about most. Pick your park and plan your adventure at ArkansasStateParks.com. Because moments to remember happen here.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Christy Pettit in Malmö, Matt Cooper in Russellville, or Madison Buse in England.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback.
All right, we are back here at UAMS Health and the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital right here on 801 Cottage Drive, and our frequent flyer, Dr. O'Malley, joining us here on location. Good to see you.
Thank you, guys. Glad to be here.
It is great to be with you in person for once.
I know.
And, you can see the good doc on camera here. He's usually just on the phone. Look at him. What a handsome devil.
I know. Got my hair cut and everything. Just
I know.
For you.
That's what I said. I said, you must have known you're going to be on video stream today. So,
Yeah.
What do you normally rock with? A couple dreads?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I just hate getting my hair cut. So I just like.
Do you really?
Goes, yeah.
I'm every 2 weeks like clockwork.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it when it starts getting long.
And you got your girl, right? Same girl? I mean, obviously, yeah.
Marcy, yeah.
Yeah.
I should just call her what she is, which is the toffee maker. I've told these guys before, like, I get my haircut anyway because my haircut's pretty basic.
Yeah.
But I go to this lady because once a year on Christmas time, she makes toffee and it's really good.
There you go.
That's really the only reason I go. I mean, the haircut's pretty average.
You use the same person every time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hugo's my barber.
Okay.
Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's where Hugo?
Yeah, that's for Hugo.
Yeah,
So-
where is he?
Well, he I don't even know that. He has like his own chair out on somewhere off Markham. He was at V's for a while. That's where I met him. And then
Oh, yeah. I remember V's.
Yeah.
Is it still going?
I think so.
I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah,
Maddox got his haircut there. I'm going to stay on this tangent for a minute. There's a place downtown and like a full-fledged barbershop where they do like the
old school. They put the towel on your face.
Yes, and shave and all
razor.
that. My buddy came in town. He's like, dude, I got to get a haircut. I'm like, let's go to this place over here. Just walked over there. And it was like an hour-long extravaganza. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm playing chess on my phone, of course. But I was watching. I was like, this is wild. Like, that is a serious, like, dude, spot treatment kind
And
of
like
thing.
their, what do they call it? Their aprons or whatever?
Yeah.
Like leather.
Yeah.
with a nice
Oh,
stitch.
really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They all got like these big mustaches that are super designed. It's pretty intense.
It's baller.
Yeah. And they pull out their little switchblade and
they're like,
sharpen
going
it.
to town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real deal.
Okay, so let's talk about the clinic. I haven't had a chance to go in there and see where they receive folks that come in the walk-in version, but this is obviously something that has got to be very welcome for our community. I mean, it wasn't real hard to get an appointment in the past because I've had a son and a buddy who have gotten appointments with you and gotten taken care of, but nice to be able to walk in if you tweak something over the weekend and you wake up on Monday and you're feeling like garbage and you're like, I got to get in there somewhere and just roll up in here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice thing, right? So you could call and get in probably the next day or the following day, but you're at your son's at football practice and twists his ankle and it's 5:00. Hey, we're open till 8. So we can see you that same day, get an x-ray, make sure nothing's broken. And then give you a treatment plan. If it doesn't get better, we get you to one of the specialists and then follow up. So it really helps expedite the care. If you need an MRI, we can get that ordered. And so, it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 8, and then Saturday, 8 to 12.
Right.
So, so most of the week we have somebody available for walk-in.
So do you guys trade off as far as working in there?
Yeah, so we have different partners that cover it. And then, so we have a lot of most of the time it's a physician, most of the time it's an orthopedic surgeon covering it, but there will also be some mid-level, some PAs and nurse practitioners that cover it too.
Gotcha. DJ knows everybody's just.
No, they were up top waving at us a second ago. Yeah. I remember.
wave. I couldn't place them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So speaking of that, there are, you said there's an observation area here?
Yeah. So when we built this facility, one of the things we wanted to be able to do is have the ability to teach. And so in between the two operating rooms that I use is a viewing room. And so the nice thing about it, it's not a sterile room. You can be in street clothes, but we have windows that we can make opaque so you can't see through it. And then at the time of the surgery, hey, if we wanted to teach, hey, an ACL reconstruction or a rotator cuff. So patients now prepped and draped, they can't see who the patient is. We can show them the surgery, and then at the end of the procedure, close the window. So it's a really cool opportunity to be able to teach in our new facility.
Now, when it comes to orthopedic surgeries, sometimes they can look pretty intense, right?
Yes.
How can we
I've sat
watch
in
one of these?
I've sat in a surgery with him before. It is aggressive.
So the funny thing is mine's not even that aggressive, like compared to like a total knee or a total hip. Like you're using, we call them mallets, but a big hammer to put it in. And so, cause that's what it takes to get the implants in. So like I'll use power tools. Like they're really expensive power tools.
Okay.
But like my scope surgeries, when you rebuild an ACL, you have to drill a tunnel. So I got to drill a hole, in the tibia and in the femur and both bones to be able to put that new graft in. And so it looks barbaric. It's really not. It's very, very precise what we're doing. But yeah, that's what I kind of describe myself as like a human carpenter. Like that's what we do on a daily basis.
Do you reuse bits or do those go in the trash?
Depending, some get reused, but a lot of them are single use and get thrown away. But it just depends on the manufacturer.
Now, this place doesn't look strapped for cash by any means, but I would pay to watch that. I bet people would too. Would you pay to watch that?
He'll let you do it for free.
Yeah. Oh,
so now we can get you in there. Yeah, we can definitely get you in and be able to observe a surgery. So, but it's just like
people pass out.
No, they put them under before they do it.
We've had students. No, those patients are asleep prior to surgery. Yes, we've had people get a little nauseous at times. Like, I mean, it's not for everybody, but like but it's what we do on a daily basis, and we're able to take really good care of people.
It does not bother me for some reason, and I'm pretty soft, but like that kind of stuff does not bother me. Some people, when people get sick, it makes them sick. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. Blood doesn't bother me. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all when I was in there. Other than it was just like watching somebody's leg get sort of positioned around so you can get in there and do what you need to do. I think you were doing a Meniscus, maybe.
A meniscus. I think we did an ACL on that one too that
Yeah.
you saw. The other interesting thing is I wear like extra tough boots, like Alaskan fishing boots, and all my patients think it's for blood. I was like, no, it's not for blood. It's because we put fluid in when we do a scope. So we're pumping fluid into the shoulder or the hip or the knee so I can work underwater. And so there's water everywhere. And so minimal blood, like very little blood loss. But everybody's like, oh, it's so bloody back there. It's like, nope, it's not bloody at all. It's just to keep the water out, just keep my feet dry while I'm working.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How long does it surgery typically take? And I know they're variant.
They're
because
so
of different
variable.
things.
So like a knee scope for me is 10, 15 minutes. Then I may have a big hip scope that takes me 2 hours. So for
on
me,
a knee scope, do you put people under too?
Everybody
Even
does
though it's
the
only
same.
10 minutes?
Yeah, because like you need to be relaxed for me to be able to get the knee in the positions to work. So we just put you to sleep. You can do it under spinal. Most people, it's just easier just to be asleep and you go to sleep for 20 minutes, wake up, your surgery's done.
We just met one of your anesthesiologists. His name is Kyle Stoner. I'll remember that forever because I have a good buddy named Kyle Stone.
Ooh,
and I was like, I thought that was what he said. And originally I was like, well, that's weird. But yeah, I mean, those guys do great work. I used to be very, not afraid is not the right word, but I'm like, if we can do it awake, I'm doing it awake.
Yeah.
So like, I know people who've gotten their wisdom teeth out and they go under. I'm like, no, I was awake for the whole thing. And I was actually kind of watching it.
You were awake for that?
Yeah, dude. I was like, this is kind of cool. You could see the whole thing. It was pretty neat.
Cool?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool.
Psychopath.
I couldn't feel anything.
No. What's the process of, obviously that is invasive.
Right.
I'm assuming that only happens if it's almost last case scenario. What are the measures that you would go through to say, okay, you may think you need this, but let's start with this?
Yeah. It's a great question. So and that's most of my patients come in, they get an MRI. Yeah. And like I literally just walked out of the clinic with a guy who has a rotator cuff tear. Not a big rotator cuff tear. He's done no therapy. He's done nothing really but try some anti-inflammatories. So what I told him is we need to do some anti-inflammatories. We'll probably try a little bit of oral steroids, and he needs to go do therapy for 6 to 8 weeks. The goal is to try to get him better. Just because you have a tear, he's a 56-year-old guy, not uncommon to have a small rotator cuff tear that could have been asymptomatic. And so we'll try all those things first. And then he's going to see me in 2 months. If he's not better, we'll talk about surgery at that point. But so we're going to do everything we can to avoid surgery. But there are some things that the patients come in. You tear your ACL. You're a 20-year-old, tear your ACL. You need a new ACL like that. We're not going to just try to rehab that. We need to get you a stable knee to protect your knee for the rest of your life and protect the cartilage. And so that's going to be, hey, we're going to talk about surgery immediately.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you ever get in a position where you're like, okay, I can do this procedure or I can do this procedure, and one is going to give them a chance to continue to compete and one is not? But
all the time, yeah.
Okay.
And so most of my conversations with the patients of going, hey, is this going to be detrimental if we don't do something down the road, or can we try to live with it? And so that's like, my surgeries are not life or death. And so I tell most of my patients, look, it's your choice. You can live without an ACL. I don't recommend it, but you can. And if you want to say, I'm not going to have my ACL reconstructed, great. We're going to try to rehab it and see how you do. So there's certain things that you go, yeah, you should talk about surgery, but it's still the patient's choice. And so I'll lay it out with them and go, hey, we can do this. We can do this. You pick what you want to do. And then every once in a while, it's like, hey, a patient wants their meniscus cut out, but insurance goes, you got to do therapy before you can have surgery. Well, then you got to do therapy before you can have surgery. So there is some that insurance will dictate some things that we have to do prior to doing surgery, even if the patient doesn't want to. But majority of the time, it's the patient's choice, and we're going to do what's best for them in their life.
we do have Jackson Wells coming up in just a few minutes here, too, from Little Rock. Talk to him about their win over Ole Miss this week and look ahead to their weekend series. We're talking to Dr. Larry O'Malley for just tuning in. Again, he's going to catch him every couple of weeks. If you got a question, you can send it in. We'll ask it to him. And if you get it to us a little late, we can always ask Dr. Barnes. I think he knows pretty much what he's doing, too, for the most part.
He definitely knows what he's doing.
We could definitely ask him some questions later. This guy wants to know, do you use robots for surgery?
We do. So our joint surgeons now have a robot. My understanding is here. And then also our spine surgeons have robots. I will use for like hip arthroscopy. There is some computer guided that'll help us in terms of taking down extra bone. And so we do have really good technology, really the best technology out to give you the best, most complete surgery.
Can you imagine a scenario where with AI and the way things are trending that your job will be obsolete?
I don't, but there's some things like, so hip arthroscopy is a really good example. I keep telling some of the companies, like, it'd be really nice to be able to have AI guide me on how much bone to resect. And so there's surgeries I do that it would be like, and they're trying to develop that technology where technology helps make me better. Yeah. There's some things with technology that I look at and go, this isn't going to make me better. But there are some of the surgeries I do where I feel like technology can help make me better. I don't know that AI will ever make surgery go away. And I don't think you ever just want to trust a robot to do your surgery by yourself, but robots definitely can be helpful in terms of making sure cuts are more precise and things like that.
I definitely don't. By the way, complete sidebar, speaking of technology, I went and finally watched the flight with the women that went up in space in the SpaceX rocket. Sorry, I was not impressed. That was so lame. I mean, how far up did they go?
They went into orbit.
They couldn't even see anything, I bet.
Into orbit.
They can't see any more than I can on an airline. I am buying it.
I saw the...
Did you see it?
I saw one video that looked very computer generated.
Oh, yeah.
The moon landing's not real. Conspiracy theory.
There are some conspiracy theories out there.
I'm not getting into that, but I saw this video and go, that looks like perfect.
Well, I will say this. It is amazing watching that rocket come back to Earth and land, and how it goes. Again, where's the stabilization come from? It just basically shoots straight up in the air. And I realize we've been doing this for a long time with rockets, but it is amazing to me that there's no wings on this thing and it flies straight, and then it flies straight back down. It is wild.
Like, you think if it would tilt at all,
it looks
you'd
fake.
be done.
Yes.
It does look a little weird. It's crazy. Where they really is messed up is when they landed and they were going to have Jeff Bezos open the door. He had like this big special tool because he had to unlatch the hatch so they could get out. And the cameras are rolling the whole time. And as they're sitting there, Jeff Bezos is waiting. One of the girls from inside opens the door. And then they said, no. And then they shut it again. And everybody's like, what's going on? 10 minutes pass. Jeff goes over there with the tool like, just try to bar the door open.
But if it opens from the inside, why do they even do that? That did lend to a lot of the theories going around that it was fake. Anyway, Doc, we appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Again, this is awesome. This the clinic. We got completely sidetracked there. 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, 8 to noon on Saturday. You've been on the show enough to know that's how we do things.
Oh, Lord, I feel like Jesus is looking at me.
I know. It's sunny in here, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful space. Really is impressive. This is a much, much needed clinic. And again, walk up in here, or again, they'll take out one of these futuristic, this is next level transports here, Doc. I like how they've got number Transport 3, Transport 5. I feel like a nerd. I feel like a robot. I'm in Transport 7. Please get me to the waiting room.
Do they move themselves?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think they got to be.
I think you just think about it and it puts you in the place you need to be. And these are next level wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Very impressive. They're branded too. You see the UAMS on the wheel, DJ. Yeah. That's the next level.
Got it.
That's where it's at. Are you going to Cake tonight?
I'm not.
Do you like Cake?
I do.
I do too.
Yeah. Are you going?
I'm going.
Nice.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, let me know.
There's a good band tomorrow night at the Hall too. If you're looking for something to do with the missus.
Who's at the Hall tomorrow night?
St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
Okay.
He's kind of a.
I like the Broken Bones part.
Yeah, exactly. It's right up your alley.
Yeah.
This guy's kind of a chubby dude. When I saw him in Florida, he was at this festival I was at, and he was like he busted out like this Technicolor Dreamcoat looking thing, and he gets after it. He's like it's like Blue Eyed Soul. He gets after it. He's really good.
Okay. I need to go look him up on Spotify.
He's one of those guys that does not look like he sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
anyway,
cool.
You're very cool. I appreciate the work you're doing.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, I got a note for you for Bobby Joe, but I'm not going to say it on the air because he's bashing one of our other clients. I'm sure you can probably do the math. I think he's actually talked to you before. I cut my finger badly on the knuckle about 6 months ago. I duct taped it and it healed, but now I can't bend that finger more than about a half an inch.
We have 5 hand surgeons. You probably need to see one of our hand surgeons.
I was playing all sports after 8 treatments, this guy says. What 8 treatments? I don't know what you're doing. And then I got this. Your haircut is average. Your Christmas toffee will be below average this year, LOL.
Oh.
Just kidding, Marcy. I love you. We're back after this.
Welcome to Moe's. Hey guys, this is Brandon with Moe's Southwest Grill. We welcome you in for the freshest Tex-Mex you'll find outside of your own garden. Check us out on Mo Mondays, where we have bowls and burritos starting at $7.99. And remember, your kids always eat free with us on Sundays. Let Moe's cater your next event. Schedule online at Moe's.com. And while you're there, download our app for weekly specials. Stop by anytime, where you'll always get the freshest Tex-Mex, and you'll always hear us say, welcome to Moe's.
It's Justin Acri with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West, getting you ready for spring. And Laura Beth, let's start with some of the outside options that Kaufman by Design West provides for folks who are trying to spruce up their homes this time of the year.
We carry a large selection of in-stock steel products, which include leaf blowers, weed eaters, and lawnmowers.
As far as sprucing up the house for spring cleaning, you have a lot of other options there as well.
We have storage totes, power washers, flower bed tools, planters, fertilizers, all your lawn care needs.
It's Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road, Monday through Saturday, online at kaufmanlumber.com.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Roger Scott for Gravely Mowers. You know, when it comes to beautiful lawns, nothing cuts like a Gravely. When it comes to cutting prices, there's nothing like Gravely's biggest sale of the year, Mow the Distance. And this year, it's even bigger than ever. Because on March 17th through April 19th, you can save thousands of dollars with 0% interest over 48 months on all models. So hurry on down now to your local authorized Gravely dealer like Chapel Hardware in Pine Bluff or Triple C Sales and Service in Conway.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Hey, what's up? It's Kramer for Drive Time Sports. And Thursday, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer are going to have an incredible show for you. A short one because the Razorbacks are taking on Texas A&M. But let me tell you something. They're packing it in. Neil Atkinson from Bed Saracen. You got Kevin Hoop, Scoop McPherson, the NFL agent and guru himself, Chris Turnage, plus Hawksports.com's own Trey Biddy. Thanks to Chris Crane, Hyundai, and Genesis of Conway. We'll see you Thursday right here on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're back in the zone. You want to get into the show, but too busy to call? Message us on our live fan feedback or text us on our text line at 501-661-1037.
There ain't no man can't save me. There ain't no man can enslave me. Ain't no man a man that can change the shape my soul is in. There ain't nobody here who can.
We are back at UAMS Health, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, 801 Cottage Drive. Again, if you have any kind of orthopedic issue, you can roll up in here 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, 8 to noon with this new Ortho Now offering that they've got here. We're going to take a little tour of the place. Maybe we can do it top of the hour so we can talk about it in the last couple hours of the show. We'll see if Paul's willing to let us look around. We're going to talk to Jackson Wells here momentarily. Let me get Daniel in here real quick. He wants to tell us about an experience he had here with our friends at UAMS Health. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, guys. This is a thank you to you guys, too, because I dealt with shoulder pain for about 8 months because I'm a man. So I went to UAMS, thought it was just a shoulder injury. It turns out I had a herniated disc in my neck with nerve damage. And I went and had a fusion 2 weeks ago, and I'm completely pain-free. And that hospital is top-notch. I was hoping the doctor would still be on, but I just want to thank you guys and the Tosh Center for getting me back on my feet.
Man, I'm so glad that it worked out well, Daniel. And thank you for the call. Appreciate that. I'll pass it along to Dr. Barnes. Good to get those calls. Let's head to the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, talk to Mr. Wells.
Little Rock pitcher Jackson Wells is back for his third season as a Trojan. He's been named the Ohio Valley Conference Preseason Pitcher of the Year and named to the OVC Players to Watch list. His visits in the zone are brought to you by Thompson Electric, providing innovative electrical solutions since 1983. For more information, check them out on Facebook, Instagram, or at thompsonelectric.com.
All right, welcome back. And we are here again at UAMS. Appreciate Jackson coming on with us. We had a little makeup from a couple weeks ago, which, boy, great time to talk, Jackson. Welcome back for the second time this week. But I don't know, a little 6-game winning streak. How do you feel? Feeling good going in this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we could have put ourselves in a better position with what we had going on with just the injuries and the close games that we were losing, I think we're putting ourselves in a really good spot to make a run at the end of the year. And it's just a big win on Tuesday too in Oxford, just to give us confidence that if we play good, we don't even have to play perfect. If we play good, we can beat anybody.
Absolutely.
So there's always that aspect of it with confidence going into every game.
Yeah, this is an 11th ranked Ole Miss team that fell to Little Rock earlier this week. If you missed it, this is on Tuesday, and it was a morning game, 7-3. And I know normally you don't go to these midweek games, so you guys were coming back through from Morehead State, so you got to be there for that one. What was the atmosphere like? What was the experience like knocking off Ole Miss?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Most of the pitchers are down in the bullpen. Me and Jack Kahn, and then our guy that's been starting on Sundays for us, Michael Brown, were all in the dugout with the position guys. And it was just cool to be in that environment. There was about 8 or 9,000 people there, and I think about 8 or 9,000 of them were kids. I mean, it was kids day at the ballpark because it was so early.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of crazy how the kids were yelling. But in that aspect, it's good because there's always energy going on. So it was really big, and it wasn't like a couple years ago we beat Arkansas, and that was a game that we played good from the get-go. We kind of had control over it, but yesterday was a battle. Or not yesterday. Tuesday was a battle, and it was good to see the team fight back whenever they would score. They put it on early in the first inning. Busick got the start. He's been throwing good for us out of the bullpen. Let up a run real quick, and then he got a ground ball. And then I think he got a strikeout to end the inning. They almost cashed by one, and they had 2 or 3 guys on base. So that was huge. And then he settled in from there. I think he had 2 or 3 more strikeouts, didn't give up any more runs. And then we were able to limit their runs. Just whenever they would get people on or they would get something going, it would just be 1 run. And that was really the big thing for us to keep our offense in it. And then Gakes had the big 2-out double in the 3rd inning, I think. That cleared the bases loaded. Mm-hmm. And then Cooper Chaplin had a great day. He had 3 singles in his last 3 at-bats, and I think he drove in 2 or 3 runs on the being the deciding factor in that.
Yeah, 3 hits and 3 RBI for Cooper. It's a great story, too, because he's a kid who is a son of a Mississippi State grad, and so he grew up not exactly an Ole Miss fan anyway, so I'm sure that was particularly satisfying. He's a Jackson, Mississippi native.
Yeah, we have quite a bit. The whole room across the hall from us at our apartment is Mississippi boys. They went to Meridian Junior College, and I don't think any of them like Ole Miss. That was a good win for them.
Well, we don't like him either.
I know Chaplin's whole family was there because he got player of the game for us. Coach Carroll was a hitter and pitcher of the game, and then got that, and then his whole family was out there yelling for him and everything. So that was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, what a thrill. Tomorrow we will not be playing at 11 a.m., but we will be playing on a Thursday against Western Illinois. Leathernecks coming in here 6 o'clock tomorrow, 4 o'clock Friday, and 1 o'clock Saturday, weather permitting. Any word on weather issues? We were talking to Gabe Gackle about what's going on in Fayetteville. You guys expecting some weather issues on Saturday?
Last I checked, there was a chance of rain. I didn't really look into it too much because I'm throwing the first game. So, but I mean, we've had positions where we've had to win doubleheaders before and we've done it. So it's nothing new to us.
Well, 6-game winning streak on the line. You're playing against a team that struggled a little bit here. They're 4-8 in conference play, 10-22 overall, and they are also on a little winning streak. So a couple of teams playing well right now, head-to-head this weekend. Again, if you want to get out and support the Trojans, they will be home 6 o'clock tomorrow, and you can root on our guy and the rest of the Trojans. So best of luck to you, my friend, and we'll talk to you next week, and hope you guys keep that winning streak alive.
Appreciate you.
All right, appreciate you. You bet. All right, that is Jackson Wells. Go Trojans. We'll take a break. It's 10:58. We're back at UAMS Health at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, 801 Cottage Drive. Don't be a hardhead. You got pain? Come on in here and let them look at it. Get you right. Get you right.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
The Shooter Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Cabot Outdoors, where you can save $600 off Hustler mowers through May 31st.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
People across the state are honoring the 2 people killed in the deadly mass shooting in Conway. Memorials are now set up for the victims at 5th Avenue Park. Outside of Conway, the Awareness Center and Lakeisha Bragg's Ministries are partnering for the pop-up community prayer. That'll be tonight at 7 on South Pine Street in Little Rock. Then on Monday, the Faulkner County branch of the NAACP will hold a candlelight vigil. That'll be at 5th Avenue Park in Conway. It'll begin at 6 p.m. The city of Pine Bluff is limiting access to its parks. City officials say any park owned by the city will have a curfew of 8 p.m. throughout the summer. In a public notice from the city's Parks and Recreation Department, it says there is now a zero-tolerance policy effective immediately. It's for large unauthorized gatherings and oversized crowds unless a permit is granted through the Parks and Rec Department. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live and cooked Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Warmer and windy weather is here. It'll be partly cloudy today with a south wind of 15 to 25 miles per hour, and we'll top out at 84 degrees. It stays mild tonight, windy as well. Mostly cloudy, a low of 66. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Robert Irwin Jewelers 6-hour 60% off sale is this Saturday from 10 to 4 only at the McCain Mall in North Little Rock location, but everything in the showcase is 60% off this Saturday 10 to 4.
It's a legit 60% off sale. Do not miss it.
The Big Lot. It's got the big deals.
It's the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa in Benton.
My kids are grown and out of school, so it's time for a car just for me. But I never have time to shop.
Shop on your schedule at BigLotBenton.com. There's hundreds of vehicles, all with vehicle history, easy financing options, and fast approval. Just visit BigLotBenton.com. The Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa Road in Benton.
Are you sick and tired of living with that constant pain in your knees or your back? You know, joint pain doesn't just keep you from doing what you love. It affects your job, your relationships, even simple things like getting dressed. Hey everybody, it's RJ. It's time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics uses advanced regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged joint tissue, giving you your life back. Hips, shoulders, elbows, they can all be treated with natural biologics from your own body. If you're tired of steroid shots that don't work, or if you're trying to avoid surgery, call QC Kinetics now to schedule your free consultation. Learn about these exciting new cutting-edge treatments for pain caused by arthritis or injury, and the best part, no drugs, no pain meds, and no downtime. This is an all-natural treatment that can get you lasting relief. People in Central Arkansas are raving about the results. Call now. Appointments are available for this upcoming week. QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golfwear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and that's your home and your business. So if your business needs a touch-up, call CertaPro Painters and let them handle the job for you. They provide excellent workmanship, quality, and a worry-free process for both residential and commercial spaces, all at the right price. You've got to focus on your business. Let them focus on your painting. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Get your estimate scheduled today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Here's Comedians and Skechers Getting Comfortable, presented by Hands-Free Skechers Slip-Ins.
Hey, I'm Bobby Slayton, and I'm here with my pal, comedian, and Skechers ambassador, Mr. Howie Mandel.
Why did it take so long to invent something as amazing as slip-ins? I know it seems simple, but it took Skechers to invent a better pair of shoes.
Yep, with Skechers Slip-Ins, you just step it and go. You don't have to touch your shoes. And by the way, slip-ins are for the whole family. Men, women, and kids. In all your favorite Skechers styles, find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about
right, welcome back. Special Thursday jockstrap to DJ Williams. Christian, he gets a game ball and a jockstrap.
What'd he do?
Game ball, he's over here. He's like, I'm going to get a water. You want water? I love water. He goes over and gets the water. What's he bringing back? 2 waters in a bag. And you know what's in the bag? Cookie. You know what I don't need? A cookie. I'm trying to get my body right. I'm trying to get my mind right. I just got done eating an apple. I'm feeling all healthy. Then dude's like, eat a cookie.
Did you eat the cookie?
I haven't done it yet. Paul's part of the problem. He's like, DJ, check out the cookies. Check out the cookies. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Get out of here.
Yeah, they were making it seem like this is like the highlight of the Ordinary Joe, what do we call that? Market?
Yeah, market. That's good.
And I see them back there. They're making them fresh.
Oh, that's great. Really, really great. It's really awesome.
So they say top sellers, white macadamia nut, and the Heath cookie.
I don't know this guy, but his cookie sounds great.
Like a Heath bar.
Heath bar.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm going to. I'm definitely going to go blow out an ACL when we're done here.
You want to stay here?
I'm going to come back here and spend a week.
Yeah.
I want to get treated here. I want to hang out here. I want to look at James Hayes' artwork. I want to eat cookies and drink coffee. I think it's fantastic. And then, hey, sure, I'll put a few pounds on, but whatever. So be it.
I wonder how much it would cost to stay here at night.
I don't think if
they got any available rooms.
If your insurance doesn't pay. Paul, y'all do overnights here or no? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
What's a whole hospital? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking day clinic stuff because we're here to talk about Ortho Now, which is an 8 to 8 walk-in clinic or, again, roll-in clinic if you're messed up. That's Monday through Friday. And then, again, 8 to noon on Saturday. But if you're not sure where we are, let me just tell you, we're right off 630. Here's what's cool. It sort of like came up like a beacon, out of the ground. I mean, it's only been here for a couple of years, but if you drive down 630 west, if you're heading from downtown west, and you look to the right, you see it. It's just this big, beautiful building. But the high ceilings in here are just absolutely stunning. They did a beautiful job. I don't know who the architect was, but great work. And I can't wait to get a tour of the place. Can we go at the noon hour and look around before we come back on the air? We got about 7-8 minute window. Yeah. So we'll take a break at the top of the hour and go back and we'll look around over here so we can report back and tell you how awesome this is. But anywho, looking forward to that. We're going to be joined a little bit later by Dr. Lowery Barnes. He'll join us here. We've got a few questions that have come in on our D3 Auto Sales text line and our Whit Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback, and you can send some now if, in fact, you want some answers for any kind of orthopedic issue you're having. We're here to help. All right, let's do this. Kristen, in this segment, at the end of the Red White Report, we're going to go right into that Rory stuff. So let's flip over there because I want to make sure we get that in. Also, I got this crazy story from a Hall of Fame pitcher who has not done something that I cannot believe.
Hall of Fame pitcher who has not done
something. I just can't believe.
Uh-huh. Is it baseball related?
No.
Okay.
But it goes with sports like peas and carrots. I mean, this item and sports go together like just two peas in a pod. Okay. Anyway.
Workout.
Okay. I got a piece of apple stuck in my teeth. Wouldn't happen if I ate a cookie. Anyway, let's get to it. Red White Report.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
This song's pretty catchy. Got to tell you. Arkansas and Texas A&M this weekend, starting tomorrow, just like Little Rock. We were just talking to Jackson Wells. They're going to start on Thursday. So it's Thursday, Friday, and I'm going to guess Thursday, Friday. But, again, just me talking. We'll see what happens. There will be a change in the rotation. That is Dave Van Horn talking. 7 o'clock tomorrow, 6:30 Friday, and scheduled for 4 o'clock on Saturday, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be a lefty, Ryan Prager. I don't know if you saw the picture in the Democrat Gazette today. This dude, he's almost like an old-school pitcher. He, reaches way back in his bag when he's delivering. It's pretty wild-looking. Anyway, he's 2-2 with a 3.93 ERA. He's going to go up against Zach Root, who's 5-1 this year. Then you got Justin Lamkin, another lefty on Friday, or on Saturday. No, Friday, second day for A&M. In fact, they're starting all lefties. Lefty.
Okay.
Yep. Lampkin's got a 3.25 ERA. He's 3-3. Gage Wood's back, though, and this will be his first start in a while. He's got a nice ERA, but he hasn't had any decisions yet, and he's been out for some time, so we'll see how he comes back, and hopefully it's very strong. Gackel's going to pitch out of the pen this weekend. And then on the last game, I'm just going to make it kind of generic. It'll be Miles Patton, another lefty, 4.91 ERAs, 3-3 against Beitelgeuse, 4-0 with a 4.24 ERA. I think if you looked all over the nation, you would not see 5 of the 6 starting pitchers being lefties. But that's exactly what you get this weekend in Fayetteville.
What's more impressive in sports? A Hunter, Colorado guy. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Heisman.
Travis
Hunter. Oh, my gosh.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter being able to play both ways at his skill level, or a pitcher who can throw with both arms?
A pitcher can throw with both arms.
Yeah.
There's only, at a high level, there's almost none of that.
Yeah.
Almost doesn't ever happen. I would be impressed with, a pitcher like a Ohtani is that would be a better comp because he's a great hitter, but he's also a great pitcher.
Okay.
I
just didn't know. That's rare, right?
Extremely.
I've only seen it once in Major League Baseball. It was Pat Venditti. He used to play for the Oakland Athletics. He would pitch with both arms, but you had to signify which arm you were going to pitch with at the beginning of the inning, I believe.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't change by batter?
No.
That's lame.
I agree. All-time, Arkansas is 51-49 against Texas A&M. The Arkansas women in softball are going to step out of league play this weekend because of the uneven number of teams in the league, and they're going to host Colorado State this weekend. So a couple on Friday, one game on Saturday. Again, I don't think they'll play a triple-header, but if there's no Saturday game, I don't think that's unprecedented. I don't know what their plan is, so we'll see. Again, weather's going to be a mess this weekend, so going to make the best of it. And then the red-white game is scheduled for Saturday. It will be on the Buzz if, in fact, they play it. Coach Pittman said this week, if the weather's bad, they're not going to move it inside and try to finagle something. They're going to skip it and say, spring is over. On with your life.
Why would they make him pick which one he has to do before the inning?
I don't know. If I remember correctly, that was the rule, though.
Well, and then
so lame.
Like with switch hitters, you can't switch sides of the plate.
You can't switch mid at bat. Yeah.
I remember that one thing where they were going back and forth. Pitcher said it, no, I'm going to go right. I'm going to go left. And the batter was doing the same thing. So they said, stop. What's it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
But how often does that happen?
No, almost never. Quick note, last night in the NBA, Tyler Hero with a big night, and There's a really good white rapper that wrote a song about it. I'd like to hear it. Here it go. 109.90. Heat over Bulls, and 120-106. How about the Mavericks yesterday? Klay Thompson turning back the clock, looking good last night as part of the victory by the Mavs. So kudos to them.
Yeah, Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall were really good. Imagine if they had like a really big point guard that could create a lot of looks for him.
Yeah. Well, Anthony Davis did play well, 27-9 for him, so no complaints. Tyler Hero, going back to the Heat game, had 38 points in the win, and Josh Giddey for the Bulls had a double-double, but not enough for them. So no games today, which I thought was, I guess, kind of weird, but not really. I guess they're switching towns.
Yeah, so one East team, one West team plays on Tuesday. One East team, one West team plays on Wednesday. So if they were to play on Thursday, the team that played on Wednesday would be at a disadvantage more so, I would say.
Did you get all that? On Friday, you get Heat at Hawks, and then Mavs at Grizzlies. So that's
those winners get the right to lose to the number 1 seed.
Okay, so the Warriors already, as the higher seed, they've already moved on.
Yeah, they're the 7th seed.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I was a little confused. So, and the Bulls are out?
Yeah, they're out.
Okay. All right. This I'm still not used to the format. I've come around on the concept. You guys kind of beat me over the head with it enough where I'm okay with it. It's just more games, but
the West
I still don't follow it very well.
The West play-in is usually way more interesting than the East play-in because the teams in the East towards the bottom usually suck.
You could just say the West is more interesting than the East, period.
Yeah. I mean, the West is always better. It has been for like 20 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a 2-horse race in the East, right? And Christian's like, yeah, and it's a 1-horse race in the West. What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, Cavs or Boston.
Give me a comp for if the Lakers make the NBA Finals.
Comp to another sport?
Comp to another event. Something taking place that's on par with the Lakers making it to the NBA Finals this year. How shocking would it be? Shocking is not even the right word, is it? Just be surprising?
I would say it'd be like Arkansas making the NCAA tournament this year after the start.
No, because the Lakers weren't ever bad this year, I wouldn't say.
Okay.
They were in the race the entire time. It's just the addition of Luka. I'm trying to think, would it be maybe the Rockets when they traded for Clyde because they weren't very good before they traded for Clyde? They had a bad season, and then they ended up winning it.
That's interesting. Still remember his Portland team. That was such a good team.
Does LA
Portland
scare
teams.
you, Christian?
A little bit. I mean, ultimately, we should win that series. We should beat anybody in the West, but the Lakers are probably the team that I'm most afraid of, I guess.
LeBron is one of the what players in the league? Top what?
I'd still say top 10.
Okay. And Luka's a top 10 player.
Right.
Any team that's got 2 top 10 players, you got to be a little nervous about, right? Mm-hmm. And Austin Reeves is one of the better complementary players, would you say?
Yeah, he may be the best third banana in the league.
Third banana.
Is that what they're called?
That's what apparently it is today.
Okay.
Usually it's second banana, but he's a third banana.
Third
and you know, if I'm a third banana of those two dudes, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I'm excited. I think the playoffs are going to be really fun as we get going into this stuff. All right, let's turn the page to golf.
Rory.
And again, I just thought it was really good. I saw a couple of clips online, and we're going to start with Rory. And again, look, I know he's got his detractors, and I saw some video of like his journey to get here from his last major, pouting. Like the one person talked about him taking the phone away from a guy that was heckling him. I've seen him throw clubs in lakes. Like he is an emotional guy a little bit, not terrible. I've seen worse. But it's a hard game and it's frustrating. And I'm sure when you've been at the pinnacle like he's been so early in your career, and then it's so hard to get back there, you wonder probably if you're ever going to do it again. But he's endured, he's hung in there, and it's a grind, and it's really probably a great lesson for all of us in life. But he goes back to the old days with his caddy. They grew up together. I think it's an awesome story. And he was asked about it after he won the Masters this year to complete the career Grand Slam. And I thought it was a nice moment. Got emotional, and then it's kind of like Clint the other night at the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, he got there?
Had to check himself.
He had to?
Had to check himself a couple times. That's what Clint does. That's how Clint does it. But Rory kind of got choked up a little bit.
Rory, you and Harry grew up together in a tiny town playing childhood games together. What does it feel like to have him standing beside you today when you achieved that childhood dream?
Amen. Yeah, I've known Harry since I was 7 years old. I met him on the putting green at Hollywood Golf Club. We've had so many good times together. You know, he's been like a big brother to me the whole way through my life. And to be able to share this with him after all the close calls that we've had, all the crap that he's had to take from people that don't know anything about the game. This one is, just as much his as it is mine. He's a massive part of what I do, and I couldn't think of anyone better to share it with than him.
I could listen to Rory talk all day, and I love the accent, and it's a great thing, though. I mean, to grow up together like that, for him to caddy for Rory, and them to share in that, and for Rory to give him so much credit for the champion, for the win this year, I thought it was really cool. But all the crap he had to take, that's so cool.
That's good.
Listen to those guys talk. You want a little more?
Yeah.
From another Irishman?
Yeah.
How about Padraig Harrington? You like
Love
him?
that guy.
Yeah. Padraig Harrington was on a podcast. It's about a 2-minute clip. It's a little long. But he was talking about Rory. And, again, we're trying to put Rory in perspective now. Is he the greatest European golfer of all time? He's certainly in the conversation. I don't know that it's definitive or you can clearly state it without any pushback from anybody who wants to make an intelligent argument. But you can certainly make a case for him. Now, if he wins a couple more majors, it becomes a little harder to argue against it. But I thought Padraig Harrington, another guy who me thinks is a great talker, I love to hear him speak. But anyway, he went on about Rory and the potential because, he made some great points about why Rory is a guy that you should be thinking about that could be around here and doing this for quite a while.
The Masters was a distinctly different to every other tournament for Rory. Now he's over that. He asked in his press conference, what are we going to talk about next year? Well, we're going to talk about this year, whether he can make the yearly Grand Slam. We're going to talk about whether he can beat Nick Faldo's record of 6 majors. We're going to talk whether he can get to 10 majors. And guess what? We're going to talk about whether he can get to 15 majors. And then we're going to talk about whether he can get to 18 majors. And the beauty for Rory is his game is future-proofed. He's not a guy who gets injured. He's extremely powerful. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All these kids coming out of college who hit it miles, it doesn't matter to Rory. He is already the longest. Nobody's going to have an advantage over him. They might ease into Rory's advantage, but his game is future-proof. So the only thing Rory has to mind for the next, 10 years anyway of good playing golf is that he doesn't get burnt out. That, mentally, he still wants it. And another good thing for Rory puts a lot of effort into the gym as a way of practicing his golf. It's not his gym time is a way of him improving and getting better, and he likes the gym. And that takes away from him having to hit as many balls. He stays nice and healthy because of it. So, yeah, I envisage Rory going on for a good few years. He made that comment a few weeks ago about not playing the Champions Tour. And that was a protectionist thing because Rory's already been playing golf close, pretty competitively for 35 years or so, since he's, say, 10 anyway. So, if you told him he has to keep playing for another 20 years, that would burn him out right now on the spot. So when he was kind of saying, I don't see myself playing in 15 years' time. Well, the reality is that 15 years will come quick, but it also is a protectionist mechanism to say, hang on a second, this isn't going to last forever. I have an out, but the out will never come because, Rory loves his golf. He's a bit of a golf nerd, Rory. So he's never going to give it up. He's going to keep playing. But in his head, he has to say there is an end. But that end could be, as I said, we could start talking about 10, 15 majors. Crazy stuff now that he's got the last of the Grand Slam, isn't it?
It is great. By the way, I don't think you guys – that's a good look. Again, distraction. I don't think you guys actually listen to anything I say, and you guys definitely don't correct me when I need the help. Like if I give out the wrong phone number like I did last week, no correction, no help. I don't think you guys are even paying attention to me.
I corrected you this week. When you
did.
Okay. Well, how about when I give the wrong day out? Like when I act like it's Wednesday and tomorrow's Thursday, but it's actually Thursday
When
today.
did you say that?
3 times when I was talking to Jackson Wells, and nobody, even Jackson Wells, didn't go, I actually pitched tonight. It's Thursday, dummy. How about some help? Can somebody help me out over here? How can I not know what day of the week it is? We've been talking about this remote all week that we're coming here on Thursday.
You were struggling with it yesterday.
Dumb. Yeah,
I'm
I've
gonna
had
be
a hard
real.
time with my days.
Yeah, I've had trouble this week too. I thought yesterday was Thursday.
Okay, so what's our deal? Why is that?
I don't
I
know.
haven't even been drinking.
Well, I don't
Not
drink at
today,
all,
or
so-
like I know, but I'm just saying, like this week, like it's been a good week. I've been really clear-headed. I don't know what my problem is. I'm getting plenty of rest. That's bizarre.
It is a long week.
Tomorrow seems like Thursday, but tomorrow's Friday. By the way, there's Razorback baseball tonight on the Buzz, and tonight over
Don't
at
forget.
Gary Hogan Field. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Anyway, let's go Trojans tonight.
And tomorrow we're
at Guatney.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Friday.
Not Saturday.
So thank you to everybody who tried to help me that today is in fact Thursday, and there is baseball tonight and tomorrow and maybe on Saturday. We'll see.
Well, we did sort of correct ourselves because when we were talking about the play-in, you said there's no games tonight, but there'll be games on Friday. So we kind of corrected ourselves eventually.
Yeah. I guess maybe part of my brain knew and part of it didn't.
You think Jackson knew, or did he just not tell you?
Yes.
Like I didn't tell that lady.
I think, again, being polite. You know what? I'm over being polite. Don't be polite. Be honest. Be real. And also point out the mistakes. Listen, we talk for 3 hours a day. We're going to say something that's not right at least once a day, I would think, between the three of us. You got to correct. If you say something dumb, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, I know.
DJ, it's Thursday. What are you, crazy?
It is Thursday.
Thank you.
Got me confused. Look at this guy. He's jacked.
Yeah. Did you?
We got a Razorback in the
Two
house.
former
Hey,
Hogs
boss.
getting it on.
Yeah, man. Nice. Get it right. 8-yard line, huh?
What'd you play? What position? Okay.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
You looking good?
Ooh, 63. That's gold.
Bad man.
right
Look at
there.
those paws.
Yeah.
That guy get a hold of you. You're not getting out.
No shot.
No.
Yeah, I love it.
But he fishes barehanded.
See, man.
Goes out and catches big bass with those bare hands. Justin must be skipping his Centrum.
Yeah.
No, that's the other thing, dude. I'm big on vitamins too.
How many vitamins you take a day?
Lots. Take
Really?
a lot of stuff.
You take them all in the morning or like throughout the day?
I have a morning routine and an afternoon.
Okay.
How many vitamins you taking?
A lot. I take.
Give me a ballpark.
I take probably 8-9 things a day.
Wow.
I got I take a multi. I take an extra vitamin D, extra vitamin C, turmeric, chondroitin for the
Were
joints.
these recommended to you, or did you just decide you were taking
What,
these?
what article did you read?
Fish oil. Take fish oil.
You gotta be careful of those fish oils.
I only take one.
You take the liquid version?
Mm-hmm. Well, the pill do.
The pill,
No,
yeah.
The
gel
liquid
thing?
that comes in a bottle.
Yeah.
Like liquid.
No, I don't do
fish
that.
oil.
No, like you drink it?
Yes, like
Ew.
a shot. You put it in a shot glass.
I do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, not convenient.
Take the gel thing.
In the afternoon, I take like ginseng and stuff to kind of get me a little bit revved up, a little bit of energy going.
Okay.
I need to take whatever that. What's that? What's the stuff for your brain? Like I can't remember. Was it a ginkgo biloba or whatever it's called? I need some of that. I think for memory. It's although I don't normally have a hard time remembering Thursday's Thursday. Admittedly.
What do you think the side effect? Was there a side effect on?
Oh, guess what I got?
Uh-oh.
Just got a little alert from our friends at Learfield. There is no Saturday game. At least I've been calling for this part right.
Yep.
So we got the game as scheduled tonight. Tomorrow there's a doubleheader starting at 1:30. It says one continuous broadcast. Now,
so safe to say spring games off too?
I think that's probably safe to say.
Yeah.
However, what that means is hot sauce in. What's up, buddy? You too, brother. I don't like this. I wish they were playing at like 11:30 because, well, that means we're going to do a whole show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Out of Bounds has got tomorrow off.
Oh, good
Drive
for
Time's
them.
got tomorrow off.
Wow.
Son of a B.
Well, it's a good thing we're not off because we're visiting your friend.
Well, we're going to be at Guadney.
Yeah.
You're right. James, you're welcome.
What time's the first game?
It's okay, so it says 1:30, but I think that may be airtime. So it's either a 1:30 or 2 o'clock start. So I'll have to confirm that. But they are going to play a doubleheader officially tomorrow, Friday, not today. 1 game tonight, 2 games tomorrow, and no baseball Saturday. I was going to go to a movie anyway. I was actually trying to work around the Hog game, but I don't have to.
It's not even a good movie.
It's not my call. I'm just doing what I'm told. You know, I don't get to pick every movie or decide every single thing we're doing.
You can say no. I'm not going to go watch that.
I don't care.
What
I
is
like
it?
movies. It's called Drop.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look great.
I'd go
I
see
do have-
Sinners if I had a choice.
Yeah, I do want to go see Sinners. Maybe I can
Wait,
talk
you're
her into-
passing up on that?
Maybe I can subliminal
Jedi mind trick.
Yeah,
Just go.
Maybe I can get her to like fall
Just
asleep.
mention a
and
bunch
then,
of things about sin. About sinning.
Just get your tickets ahead of time. Just walk into that thing. She
Be
won't
like,
pay.
oh, my bad. I got the wrong film. Let's try this
Is
one.
this the wrong film?
No, you can go online and like order the tickets back. Oh, it was full. We had to go see this.
She ain't buying that. She's not gullible nor dumb, so definitely not happening. She also knows it's Thursday, so if anybody's getting tricked, it's not going to be her. It's going to be me. Anyway, so again, no Saturday game, doubleheader Friday. Going to start early. Wes and Joe, enjoy. Appreciate you. Oh, this says Drive Time has a live broadcast tomorrow. Well, that's going to be hairy, Trey. We'll have to figure that out. We start the baseball broadcast on Buzz 2, then cut to baseball after Drive Time because they're on the remote. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. All I know is we're on the air for our show. How are y'all? What's going on?
She's got a fancy, what are they called? Head wrap? They're called what? Yeah.
What's the official term?
I don't know. Sorry, what are they called?
Bonnet.
Surgical hat.
Surgical hat.
Surgical hat.
Fancy.
Put some respect on it.
Next level.
She has disco balls on hers. Little floral design.
Oh, that's
she
fun.
made it? Wow, she made it herself.
She did?
Wow.
Impressive.
Nice.
Eric says you have to declare before each batter, not each inning on the pitching thing.
Oh, okay. I knew there was something about it.
And he said you had me doubting what day it was when you said the Hogs' first game was tomorrow. I'm an idiot. Today is Thursday. Thank you, Ethan. Tonight we're going to be down the River Market, and if you want to catch some baseball, obviously the Hogs will be on the buzz. So I may be watching Cake's opener and listening to the Hog game on my headphones. Is that rude? If you're with a group of people and you want to keep up with the Hogs, is it rude to like listen to the broadcast on your headphones while you're at an event?
Yeah, don't do that.
Once the concert starts with Cake, I'll watch them.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Before we hit the break, once again, got to tell you about my friends over there at Jones & Son. Always want to remind you when it comes to fine jewelry, if you're in the market, you got to stop by and visit my friends. They've been in the same location for over 30 years because business is good and they treat people right. Jacob the Jeweler is who you need to ask for. And not only is he a great jeweler, man, he really loves taking care of the community. Always you're going to see Jones & Son stepping up. If there's any need here in Arkansas, you're going to find them because they want to be a part of it. Now, beyond that, they also want to take care of you when it comes to that fine jewelry at 11121 Rodney Parham Road. They got their couture collection, can only be found at Jones & Son. So you don't want something anyone else can really put their hands on. I'm telling you, that is a very unique selection over there that is hard to come by, but you can find it at Jones & Son. Fine jewelry. It is also when it comes to that diamond. If you're in the market and you're looking for that special rock, find it at Jones & Son because you're going to get the best quality diamond for a fraction of the price. Direct diamond importer means they set those own prices. That's why they're so competitive. And you got that design in your head, all you got to do is talk to the crew about it, and they'll bring it to life so it'll fit perfectly on that finger. You're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece, you're going to find it at Jones & Son.
Now they on my bumper. Green room chock full of all my comforts. Hotel room like heaven on earth. Got angels in my bed with some all white covers. Ace Pro Nemo, Lucy.
Be sure and tune in each week when Bree Ellis joins Morning Mayhem, brought to you by the F.L. Davis family of Ace Hardware stores. Ace is a place for all of your hardware needs.
This is Sports Center.
We have our first eliminations of the NBA playoffs. It was the 2 9 seeds who didn't get the job done at home. First in the Eastern Conference, it was the Bulls falling to the Miami Heat 109-90. 38 points for Tyler Hero, who led the way, led all scorers in the game as well. Bam Adebayo had a 15-point, 12-rebound double-double as well. And now Miami Heat will take on the Atlanta Hawks on Friday. Anthony Davis kept the Mavericks season going last night. It was a 120-106 victory for the Mavs on the road over the Kings. 27 points and 9 rebounds. Klay Thompson also chipped in 23 points. He was 8 for 11 from the floor. They will play the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network. April is Financial Literacy Month, and it's game time. Arkansas Problem Gambling Council is here to help you take control of your money and your mindset. We want you to win. Let's play smart together. Call 501-403-2321 or visit arpgcouncil.org.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, UAMS Health. you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't involve fast horses, daily doubles, high fives, and corned beef sandwiches, you may be doing it wrong. Every weekend through May 3rd, Oaklawn has live thoroughbred racing. Whether your Oaklawn is cheering from the home stretch, dining in the Bugler restaurant, or raising a glass at the First Turn bar, your race day is whatever you want it to be. Make reservations today at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for 50 homeowners to participate in our Spring into Savings event. The first 50 homeowners will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover is looking to evaluate our exciting new product lines in real bathroom conditions, including a revolutionary new laser-etched shower wall system. That's right, you'll be compensated for your time just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. The first 50 homeowners to call 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 50% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 0% interest financing options, senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Visa gift card with purchase and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
I'm really sorry that I didn't know what day of the week it was, and I apologize to Jackson Wells. There is baseball at Little Rock today. There is Razorback baseball in Fayetteville tonight, and there is softball coming up this week as well. It is, in fact, Thursday. We are, I'm sure of this, at UAMS Health, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, talking about Ortho Now. So those are things I'm sure of. What day of the week? Complete crapshoot. No idea. I'm also apparently having email issues, so I've had 2 people now tell me that their emails are bouncing back, so I don't know what's going on. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff over here, okay? So give me a break, will you?
Can't have them bouncing back.
No, I can't have issues with my email, so I'm going to have to deal with that now, too.
If you had to have one go down, phone or email, which one would it be?
Email.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I'd like everything to go down. I don't really want to deal with anything ever again. I don't really want to talk to anybody else for a while. It's weird, though, because I'm getting all my internal emails. So everything that's sent from a Buzz account, I'm getting, but everything non-Buzz account, apparently I'm not. So I'm going to have to call our folks and get that looked at. I got yours. That's the best email I got all day. It came right from DJ Williams. There you go. Well, that one worked. So I don't know.
Oh,
it's like it's picking and choosing which ones it doesn't want, I guess. So I don't know. I get that looked at because I was talking to Troy, who is the sponsor of the Mighty Rib.
Yeah.
And with Staley Electric, and he said, "Man, I tried to email you back, and it bounced back." And I was like, "I can't be." I'm like, "I'm getting emails all day."
Yeah. Now you got mine.
Okay, that's weird. That's really good.
Yeah.
I wish that was true. Christian, I got this one.
Boom.
Tomorrow, we're going to do the rewind, and there are some good ones in there.
But is that from his account or a Buzz account?
That's from a Buzz account, I assume. Right, Christian? Did you send that from your Buzz?
Right.
But you sent me from a non-Buzz.
I think I did. Yeah. Right?
Double check.
You got rid of it? Smart, man.
Yeah. Anyway, TJ's talking dirty to me.
Yo.
All right. So 11:37, Dr. Barnes is going to be along whenever he shows up. He's like, "Can I come at such and such?" I was like, "Dr. Barnes, you can do whatever you want. This is your deal. What do you want from me?" I mean, I'll do whatever you say. From the 501, did you see that Chad Baker Mazzara has entered the portal? I did. And let me tell you something. If you need a guy who's going to take 12 questionable shots a game but has really impressive athleticism, he should be a hot commodity for you.
Who is this?
This kid from Auburn.
And also may do a few things that will cost you the game.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's like 26.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
What are we doing?
He's too old to not know better? Yeah. This comes in. What's this say? Have you heard of soft wave therapy? It healed my rotator cuff. It's like a shock wave. I was playing all sports after 8 treatments. I'll ask Doc about that. Hand surgery awake, shock wave therapy. Oh, soft wave. Sorry, soft wave. Therapy. Man, I've had a really just a complete. Now I'm kind of depressed. That's such a dumb week. I'm so stupid sometimes. It's really remarkable. Boom. Oh, did you see the story about they're going to change the injury faking thing?
What to?
Well, they're going to change it where you have to take a timeout if the medical team has to come out and treat you.
Yeah.
But what I'm concerned about is there going to be legitimate ones here. But it said when they're already lined up for the ball. So it says, in an effort to curtail players faking injuries, a concern that is permeated throughout college football. This is Heather Dinich writing this. The Playing Rules Oversight Panel has approved changes to the injury timeout rules. Under the new rule, if medical personnel enter the field to evaluate an injured player after the ball is spotted, and typically if you're hurt, you're not going to make it to them spotting the football, because Ole Miss, that's what they're famous for, is like they get ready to go and it's like, oh, I fell down.
Just dropped.
Somebody shot me.
Yeah.
So this might be okay. We'll see. I bet there will be a few legitimate injuries that cause a timeout, but I think for the most part it will end up helping the problem. I hope it does. Now, we got to figure out a few other things that would need fixed. I don't know what else. Just kidding. If you want to join us, 501-661-1037. We are here again at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, 801 Cottage Drive in Little Rock. It's part of the UAMS Health family. And Ortho Now, open now, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, and 8 to noon on Saturday. There's a giant skeleton in a really cool UAMS shirt when you walk in the door here. And there's a lady getting her picture taken in the lobby with it, and I don't blame her. I would, too. In fact, I may before the day's over. We probably should. We're going to get a little tour of this facility here in the next 20 minutes, DJ.
Looks nice.
That's very nice. Big, what would you call those?
Dang, what would you call that?
How high are those ceilings? 40 feet?
Oh, I thought you meant this decoration.
Well, no, the glass.
Wait, did you just say 40 feet?
Is that too much?
That's not enough.
No.
Are you serious?
Think about 4 basketball hoops on top of each other. That's close.
No.
50?
60, at least.
You think?
Yes. 40 feet. It makes sense now why you thought you could throw a football as far as
40 yards.
I get it.
How high is the ceiling, DJ?
I would say at least 60 feet. At least.
At the very, very top, maybe.
No, that is at least 80 feet at the very tippity top.
I don't know. Paul, how tall is the ceiling? 40 feet?
He looked at you like you're crazy.
I'm not good with this stuff. 60? He said 60. Okay, you're right. Keep going. I'll check. From now on, I'm just going to ask you, not even. Paul, what day of the week is it?
Ooh,
see, he almost said Friday.
Got
He's
you.
like, I'm off tomorrow. I'm not going to be here. I love it. Vaulted ceilings. Thank you. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You can find us on Twitter at Justin Acri 7, at DJ45 Williams. What's going on there? At CWeaver1037. Questions of the day, or question of the day today, Christian. What do we settle on
It's
again?
National Crawfish Day, apparently, according to the National Day calendar that I look at. Do you suck the head when you eat crawfish? Yes or no? So far, early returns are about even. No, 52%. Yes, 48.
What was that? Sound like HB. I am not. That's not for me.
Also not for me.
I don't mind crawfish. It's just a lot of work for not a lot of reward.
Yes, I've always said that's like dating me. It's tough, tough deal.
Yeah.
I think I've come around. I didn't used to think it was worth the trouble, but it's a whole experience. I only do it like once a year.
I'm not efficient enough with my skill to not spend more time on it than somebody who's really good at it.
Yeah,
it takes a little bit more effort for me.
It's way down on my list, but again, it's unique. Like you eat shrimp year round, pretty much. People are serving up shrimp all the time. Crawfish is seasonal. You get crab legs year round, pretty much. There is no crab season, I guess, for some reason. Although you can get frozen crab. I don't know if you've ever bought that and then like made a sauce out of it. If you go to the grocery store, they have this like frozen bag of crawfish tails. It's about that big, and it's like maybe a pound, not even a pound, maybe 8 ounces, 9 ounces. Anyway, and then I've made like a crawfish cream sauce to put over like a smoked salmon or something like that.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
Okay,
it's not as good as fresh, but anyway, you're really hung up on this whole ceiling thing.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, it's pretty.
I
weird.
don't know how your measurements in your head.
I'm not good.
How far did we determine the little thing outside of our building is?
No, Coach Kelly walked it
Yeah.
off. The parking lot,
Yeah.
the width, Coach Kelly would remember.
I think I threw the football 22 yards.
Oh, you threw it
At my
further than
furthest.
that. We got video of it somewhere. I
I'm
can
really
pull it up.
embarrassed. Oh, please don't.
Yeah.
All right. It's 11:43. Let's hit the break. We'll come back, and we will – I got to call the email people. We will talk to Dr. Barnes whenever he shows up. We do have our entertainment and birthdays, and I feel like we have something else we need to do. Oh, we got to hear this Jim Palmer clip. Let's do that when we come back, Christian. Don't let me forget. I get sidetracked, It's Thursday. It's a great day for baseball, isn't it? In Little Rock and in Fayetteville. I'm so sorry. Can't believe Jackson didn't call me out. That's pretty cool. What a nice kid.
I'm surprised he did.
He didn't go, hey, dum-dum, I pitched tonight. How about that? That's how I should have opened the interview. Wow, what a great thrill to get a guy who's pitching in a Division I baseball game tonight joining us in the zone. But
That
no,
would've been perfect.
I'm too stupid. Man. Yeah, I'm not going to split an atom anytime soon, that's for sure. What else is on my list here? I guess that's it. I got some questions for Dr. Barnes when he shows up, though. I will tell you this. I'm not on any kind of medication other than vitamins, and I have not lost my mind completely, but you might think I had because, well, I didn't know what day of the week it was. But here's the thing. If you are high because of a prescription medication or something you got from your dealer, don't be driving around, okay? It's kind of against the law and such. So if you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DWI. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And the folks here in Arkansas, in fact, it's funny, in our prep service today, I saw how they were really cracking down. Because what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 18th. But what's this weekend? 420's coming up. And that is a big day to, partake with passing the Dutchie if you're into that kind of thing. Bottom line is, regardless of what you're taking, any kind of chemical is going to impact the way you do business, the way you drive. 10 and 2 is the least of your problem. So anyway, be smart out there and look out for one another, including yourself. And again, if you feel different, you drive different, that's not good. Even if you're a bad driver, this isn't going to make you a better driver. So let's be smart about this and let's be responsible. We'll be back at 11:45.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
It's Justin Acri for Coffin by Design West. Shop with the local folks and get exactly what you want. You can also shop from the convenience of your own home by going to kaufmanlumber.com. There's an online store with over 800,000 items in inventory that can be delivered straight to your front door. Items in inventory include everything from hardware to housewares, heating and cooling supplies, lawn and garden tools, sporting goods, store and office supplies, and there's a huge range of products in each area available. So go by their store in West Little Rock at 14900 Chancellor Road or do your shopping online at kaufmanlumber.com.
Spring into big blooming wins at Southland Casino Hotel. Earn entries in April to win your share of up to $100,000 in free play or a 2025 GMC Denali Sierra on April 26th. On Fridays, play Take It or Leave It for your share of $215,000 in free play. Saturdays through April 19th, win $1,500 in free play every 15 minutes. Big wins and a brand new Denali. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, two-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Richard Yeager in Little Rock or Todd Martin or Seth Boyd in Jacksonville.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds, we'll get you set for Arkansas, Texas A&M. The SEC series begins early this week due to Easter. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll take a look at those red-hot Aggies. Also coming up on the show, a recruiting update from Richard Davenport. A lot of portal talk with the football portal opening and the Razorbacks basketball team signing a couple guys out of the portal. All that and a whole lot more coming up Thursday on Out of Bounds.
You're back in the zone. You know, these days we try our best to be PC and appropriate, but every once in a while we still slip up.
And this woman, as I told you earlier, is back on the market. Oh, Dolly Parton. Oh, my God.
That's what you said. I can't believe you said that.
That's what you said.
Her husband died. That is awful. What is wrong with you?
Here's to the guys who are trying to do their best today.
Take your time with the rush. I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time with the rush. I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog.
It is, 11:49. We are back here at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We are right off of Interstate 630. We are we're at 801 Cottage Drive, and they are here again for the walk-in portion of this place from 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, 8 to noon on Saturday. There's no appointment needed. Just roll up in here. If you want to call ahead, you can. It's 501-686-8674, 501-686-8674. And I got to tell you about our friends at Cash. Got a nice call from Frank Fletcher yesterday, who was
I thought about that
singing
even
the
more
praises.
often. And, yeah, to call in and praise a potential competitor, that's big time. That's also, too, not worried about stuff that you don't need to be worried about.
Well, and he knows this as well as anybody. People don't go to just a restaurant.
Yeah.
And you may have a favorite that you go to the majority of the time, but you still are going to spread the wealth a little bit and get around to some other spots. And it was very, I thought, magnanimous of him to call in and to be so kind. And you know what? I'm sure Rush would say the same thing about Riverfront Steakhouse if he asked him. So it's pretty cool. But, yeah, he called in yesterday. He was talking about he loves that candy bacon. Likes the pork belly appetizer, but he said everybody got something different. It was all spectacular, and that's the thing, man. We've had the experience is great because the setting's great. It's like coming here. Like, yeah, it sucks that you got to go in with an injury if you come to the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, but it's nice to come to a nice place. And that's the thing about Cash, man. You're not only going to get great food and service, but it's just a great setting, great place to be. And if you're trying to do a special event, it's fantastic. 501-850-0265 is the phone number. Call and get your special event set up. They've got a great special events team. So up to 150 people for any occasion, any gathering. They will take such good care of you with the food, the drinks. Got great bartenders, Rob and the crew over there that run that bar upstairs. They do an awesome job. And downstairs, man, just fantastic servers. Really just do an awesome job. Great cocktails. And, again, specials all the time on the menu, so you never know what you're going to get. And they did a tasting menu recently. And we need to talk to Kevin Shalin about that next time he's up, but said it was one of the best experiences I think he says the best dining experience he's had in his years in Little Rock. So you're going to get something special at Cash. It doesn't matter what day of the week you go. It doesn't matter what you order. It's going to be an awesome experience. I don't know anybody who's gone over there and not had a good time. So I encourage you to take advantage. Go see our friends at Cash. They're online at Cash, C-A-C-H-E, littlerock.com. All right. With Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback. He says, to hell with that, DJ. If I'm at your wedding, your funeral, or at the White House, I won't be listening in and keeping up with Arkansas baseball, or I'm not going. Respect. Yes. Did you all see Theo Vaughn's interview with Lane Kiffin? Pretty good stuff. I saw one comment about that. Lane Kiffin basically with encouraging words talking about, basically if you want to work out, it starts with the first workout. He said some good stuff. It was good.
Okay.
I think Theo Vaughn made just about everybody compelling, but I think Lane's a pretty interesting cat anyway. So he said, if you want to be a better person, you start today, like all that. So,
okay, coach.
It's like how do you eat an elephant, right? It's one bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
You got to get started. Okay, so Jim Palmer. He is a Hall of Fame pitcher. Do you know Jim Palmer? DJ, you ever heard of him?
No.
When I was a kid, he was not only a great pitcher, but he was well known for doing underwear commercials.
Okay.
Yes, that was kind of his thing.
You remember those?
I remember.
What was your favorite one?
I don't have any favorites. I just thought it was kind of weird because I'd never seen a grown man running around in his underwear before. It was kind of odd. Anyway, Jim Palmer's an all-time great, 19-year Major League Baseball career. He was the winningest pitcher in the 70s, 186 wins. He Won at least 20 games, 8 different seasons. He has not 1, not 2,
not 3,
3 Cy Young awards. He has 4 Gold Gloves. You know what Gold Glove is?
Outfielder.
Gold Glove goes to the person who fields their position the best.
Okay. And he was
Torrey
a
Hunter's
pitcher?
got some of those. Yeah.
And a gold. Well, that's not common, right?
Yeah,
No,
like Greg,
a pitcher
Greg
has
Maddux-
to get a Golden Glove. Yeah, Greg Maddox got one.
They're going to get one to every
Oh,
position.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how many. We need to look it up how many Torrey has. His 268 Orioles victories are the most in team history. He's a 6-time AL All-Star. He was also one of the rare pitchers who never allowed a single grand slam in any Major League Baseball game. Finished his career 268, 152 with a 2.86 ERA, 2,212 strikeouts, an 8-time 20-game winner. He is in the Hall of Fame as of 1990. He led his league in innings pitched 4 times, wins 3 times, and ERA twice. So I give you all those stats to give you this number. He has eaten 0 chicken wings.
No.
It is almost impossible to believe.
No.
And yet, it is true.
Okay, wait. Does he eat chicken?
Would you like audio proof?
Yes.
I will present it now.
You know, I've never had a wing, ever.
What do you mean you've never had one?
Never, ever had a wing.
You've never had. Wait a minute.
No, I'm just never have.
You've never had a chicken wing?
No.
Like,
why would I?
Why would you?
Don't they have skin and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of things have skin.
But I don't eat skin.
Apples have skin.
I eat apples.
You've never had a single chicken wing?
No, never thought about having
That is staggering to me. So what kind of chicken do you eat?
white breast.
What about, like,
Fried chicken?
You'll eat fried chicken?
Never had fried chicken.
Never?
Well, I've taken the crust off and
What is this? What is this? You've taken the crust off?
Yeah. Well, what?
So you're losing the frying part of the fried chicken.
Well, that's why.
Chicken tenders? You had to have had chicken tenders.
Yeah, I have.
All right.
But that's not a chicken wing.
No.
yeah.
Have you ever turned down the opportunity to have chicken wing?
No, I just choose not even to think of ever having whatever. So I guess I don't want to go. What was the name of that
Change of
place?
pace.
Sal's?
Well, it's Sal's. But here's what you got to do. Since you've never had one,
No.
go to the change of pace. You'll never need to have another wing.
I just wish my changeup was better. Change of pace.
I see.
Yeah, see it?
Yeah. You would have won, 269 games?
At least. Yeah. At least one more.
Not a single chicken
Never.
wing. No. I'm so glad we found this out. How can I get you to eat a chicken wing this year? That is now my 2025 goal. That's my New Year's resolution.
They have to have
3 months too late.
I don't think it's part of the value menu here.
I don't think it is. But
But
maybe
somebody has to have them.
By the way, there are good wings in town. There are some very fine Baltimore institutions for chicken wings. Several of them in the Canton area, which I know you frequent. Quan grounds out to Westberg. That ends the inning. A scoreless 8 for chicken wing aficionados. Scott
All right,
Miller.
there you go. How about that?
The logic of being okay with chicken tenders but not a wing doesn't add up.
The logic of eating fried chicken and peeling the skin off and just eating the breast without eating the skin is crazy. I mean, it reminds me of a guy who's like on a low-carb diet. It's like if I'm trying not to eat too many carbs, I'll get a burger, and I'll still have a bite or two of the burger with everything, and then I'll just take the bun off and eat the rest.
Okay.
How do you not at least try a bite with the skin on? I can see how you don't want to eat the whole thing with the skin, but, dude, it's so
Maybe
yummy.
he has to think about the skin.
He obviously has to think about skin.
Oh, that's hard to.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a very good. Buffalo Bill. You ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
Is it Silence of the Lambs?
Yes, he was trying to make a skin suit out of women's skin.
I thought it was lamb. It's with an S?
No,
Yes,
it's lambs.
Don't get hung up on the name. Focus on the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, it puts the lotion on itself.
It rubs itself with the lotion.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
Okay.
Yes.
Or else it gets the hose.
Yes.
How does...
And don't get me started on Precious.
How does a pitcher win a Golden Glove but not a Cy Young?
It just means you're the best at fielding, not the best at pitching.
Correct. Yeah. Golden Glove means you are the best fielder at your position in your league.
Usually just the highest
How
fielding
often
percentage.
does that happen for a pitcher?
Well, every year somebody gets awarded a Gold Glove.
Somebody
How often
has
do you
to
have
be
field?
the best fielder.
You field
at a
bunts. You
position.
have balls that hit back to you. You have to throw to the bases. I mean, yeah, you're a defensive player too.
Okay.
In addition to pitching, you got to field your position.
Okay.
Listen, Braves fan, you got to pick up your game a little bit.
I get it. It's just a little different. I don't know. Whatever.
DH does not get a Gold Glove. You'll be happy to know. Oh.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Breaking news, information, big name guests, entertainment, and sports. It's all right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
A busy few months at the Arkansas Capitol reach an end as the legislative session is now over. Governor Sanders has vetoed some bills and signed others. One of the bills she vetoed was a section of a funding bill for UA Little Rock. The bill provides a salary for the director of the Institute on Race and Ethnicity with a maximum salary of almost $192,000. The governor says through Arkansas Access, her higher education reform model, she plans to make college more accessible while removing indoctrination from college classrooms. Governor Sanders signed a bill that blocks pharmacy benefit managers, or PBMs, from owning pharmacies in Arkansas. PBMs serve as the middlemen between drug companies and pharmacies by setting the prices for prescription medications. Lawmakers say this bill will help both consumers and local pharmacies by keeping prices at a competitive rate. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Warmer and windy weather is here. It'll be partly cloudy today with a south wind of 15 to 25 miles per hour, and we'll top out at 84 degrees. It stays mild tonight, windy as well. Mostly cloudy, a low of 66. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Robert Irwin Jewelers 6-hour 60% off sale is this Saturday from 10 to 4 only at the McCain Mall in North Little Rock location, but everything in the showcase is 60% off this Saturday 10 to 4.
It's a legit 60% off sale. Do not miss it.
Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. Your pool and spa chemical headquarters. Great rebates going on now with Pool Life and Bacosil Pool Chemicals. They also carry Sharona Spa chemicals and Frog systems. You can always bring in a pool or spa water sample, and the chemically trained professionals at Luxury Pool and Spa will ensure your chemicals are at the correct levels. They also carry Pentair pool equipment, patio furniture by Fisco, PK Grills, and plenty of pool toys. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spray. Or stop by 65th and University.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend.
It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Chocolate lovers are going absolutely bananas over our new Bluebell Banana Fudge. Rich milk chocolate ice cream swirled with a scrumptious banana-flavored ice cream. Your favorite banana fudge bar, now in a carton.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Harp's food stores and all Edwards Food Giant grocery stores.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton, where you'll find hundreds of clean, local pre-owned vehicles with big deals.
I need something with style that stands out.
The Big Lot has your stylish SUVs, Genesis, Lexus, BMW, and Volvo. The Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on I-30 and Alcoa Road in Benton, and online at biglotbenton.com.
Yep, that's the sounds of all my friends and another great deck party of mine. And what do you not hear? That's right, no mosquitoes. That's because Sanders Ground Essential provides me with a monthly mosquito barrier spray. Call them at 315-9395 or on the web at sandersground.com.
You ready? Let's go!
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50%.
Welcome back in as we are set up for the last hour. Justin is changing. Looks nice in his new little
He's
Ortho.
changing?
And look at this. His Ortho now, UAMS Health, little polo going on. Got the Razorback emblem on it. Looking good. He's looking real good. We are here live on location at the Orthopedic Spine Hospital. They're the new Ortho Now clinic. I have the ability now to do drop-offs here. Doing such a great job, and we are joined by, would you say this is the highlight or the star of this hospital? I mean, every time we talk about Dr. Barnes, everybody's like,
artwork or Dr. Barnes?
Both.
Look at this. Look at the pieces of art sitting right behind the great surgeon.
Justin, we got over, would you say 100, 200?
We have over 100 pieces now, Arkansas artists who have their art displayed here, and we're very fortunate to have that. It looks like we have a lot more coming in today.
Who curates this?
Well, we have a number of folks helping us, and one of our employees is working on it. It's certainly a team effort, and we have a number of the artists who have come up and look at the space and say, I'd like to put such and such here. It would go well here. And so we've done lots of tours for the artist.
What are the qualifications to have an artist put their work on the wall?
We have to like it.
Okay.
Be from Arkansas or have a connection to our hospital.
I'm an acrylic painter.
Oh, good.
All
right, we're interested.
Okay, fair.
We're interested.
This guy.
What? We got to have a paint night one night.
DJ's like he's like an onion. He's like or an ogre. He has many layers.
I like ogre. I do love Shrek.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Justin, is he trying to sell me something?
Maybe.
Oh, I'm serious.
He probably offered up.
No.
It'd probably be good for him to have his. Hey, you can see my artist
I
display
haven't
at the
done it
Orthopedic
in
and Spine
so
Hospital.
long, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy acrylic painting. It's one of my favorites.
You don't want any of my art in here, Doc. I'm still a stick figure guy. So
I've got the same problem. I've said that when I retire, I want to learn to paint like George Bush did. It's laughable.
I have zero artistic ability. Zero.
I doubt that.
Zero. Less than zero. You ever see the movie Less Than Zero? That's based on my artistic ability. Yeah.
Well, I can't even write, so it's a problem to think about painting.
Well, you're a doctor. You're not supposed to be able to.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, a doctor should be able to write. What we write's pretty important.
Yeah, that's true.
Fortunately, we have computers now.
Yeah, you got scribes and computers.
Yeah, computers made it
legible.
I never thought I would have to type anything. I always thought that I would have someone to do that for me. I was like, I'm going to be a big important businessman. I'm going to have somebody to type all my stuff up for me. Didn't work out too well.
Yeah, just like me. You didn't take typing in hospital either, huh? You had other things to do, like sports or work. Yeah, same kind of deal.
Nah, but I never thought you could talk into something and it would just throw it out there for you too. So
pretty good. We have to be careful though. Sometimes it doesn't exactly say what we thought it was going to say.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I've had ducking show up on a lot of my texts to people, Doc, and I ain't said ducking once in my life. So you can figure that one out. I got some orthopedic questions for you. I want to talk about, because we've talked to Dr. O'Malley and we've told his story a little bit, but I want to hear your story about sort of your journey professionally and how you started out, when you decided you wanted to do this for a living, and how you got to this point.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know why, but when I was a little kid, 5 or 6, I knew I wanted to be a doctor. Nobody in my family is a doctor. In fact, actually, nobody in my family had ever gone to college on either side of the family. But I knew early on I wanted to be a doc. And so in high school, I would work at the hospital, and initially in the pharmacy. Then I worked on the floor as an orderly and worked on the 3 to 11 shift. And it was rather interesting as a young kid trying to learn how to work in a hospital. And one night, the head nurse, her name was Shorter, when I saw her years later, sent me in to get a patient ready for surgery. And back then, patients would come to the hospital a day before their surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And she sent me in to shave them for a total hip. And back then, you shaved them from the middle of the chest all the way to their toe.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, as a 17, 18-year-old kid, I never shaved a leg. What do you think it looked like?
Pretty rough?
Yeah. So I had a few nicks,
Yeah.
And so I go back and tell Shorter what happened, and she's, boy, Dr. Black was going to kill you. Dr. Black was the orthopedic surgeon in Pine Bluff at the time. Great practice, and very particular about how things were done. So I was supposed to go home at 11. I didn't go home. I just stayed there and waited for him to come to the floor around the next morning. So he got there 6 o'clock or so, and I met him on the floor and introduced myself, told him what I'd done. He said, well, let's go see what you did. We go in the room. We come out. He says, it's not a problem. Looks like you just started the surgery for me. Why don't you come to the operating room with me? And he became my mentor.
That's amazing.
The man was amazing.
Being terrible at shaving, you got your start.
And I got very lucky. And then when I got in medical school, I got a letter a week or two later and said, you've been awarded the Banks Blackwell Scholarship. So he paid for my 4 years of medical school.
Wow. That's incredible.
First tears of joy. I get goosebumps saying it. First tears of joy, obviously. We didn't have anything. And so to get a scholarship to med school, have somebody pay for it is a big deal. So I go to talk to him, thank him for it. He's 2 rules. Number 1, you can't tell anybody about it till I die. So, now I can tell you he died from renal cell carcinoma. And then try to do it for others in the future. So now we have a Blackwell Barnes scholarship.
That's
at
incredible.
UAMS.
What a cool deal.
He did it for 19 kids from Pine Bluff.
Oh, this is big time.
Some like me who needed it, and others that both parents were doctors. But he was just really committed to Southeast Arkansas and seeing that good things happen.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
What a great story.
And so I got very lucky. Got to med school here. Did residency here, so 5 years here. And then I went to Boston for a fellowship. I was at Brigham and Women's, one of the Harvard hospitals, specializing in hip and knee replacement. I'd always thought I was going to go into academics. The chair here at the time was a guy named Carl Nelson. He and I really couldn't work it out. I was pretty convinced that Carl wanted a chief resident for life, and I probably wasn't that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough for a while there. But I always had a lot of respect for Carl, and he's probably why I do what I do as far as my practice and joint replacement. And then 10 years ago, the chair position was open, and they were kind enough to ask me to come from private practice to move here and start building the program. And it's been an absolute incredible fun run.
So this facility we're in has been here for 2 years almost, and you talked about it when we were upstairs. We got a little tour just a minute ago for those of you who are just tuning in, or we hadn't talked about it, I guess, yet. But it's an incredible facility. But I was telling Dr. Barnes, I said, like, when they build press boxes, they don't talk to anybody in the media at all. They just do it. You guys did have a heavy hand in having an opportunity to sort of say, well, this is what we need.
We absolutely did. We had 2 architecture groups, one from Arkansas and one from Nashville, Tennessee. That's a true healthcare group. And every decision this building we were a part of. Paul Stover, our administrator, said he knew where every plug in the building was. I mean, he is a detail person. I'm not that detailed person anywhere but in the operating room.
Mm-hmm.
But, in fact, until we opened, I was convinced that the building was turned 180 degrees directionally from where it is now. We have these windows in the operating room that I thought were going to be looking over Interstate 630. They look back at UAMS.
Okay.
But it's a great situation. We're spoiled rotten here. There are a lot of things we've been able to incorporate that different than the campus and different than most hospitals. As you know, if you look at the campus, most of it's a pink brick, a lot of rectangular looking buildings. I said, no pink brick, as much glass as possible, and make it look as modern as possible. I'd say the architects did a good job accomplishing that, and it's very open and welcoming. And, we're here in the first floor now, and you can see that when you walk in, the first thing you see is this check-in desk where if that desk speaks to people when they come in.
Yep.
It's not just the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different culture here.
Yeah. No, it's very welcoming for sure. And we talked about the natural light thing when we were upstairs. We got a chance to go upstairs in an observation room where, when appropriate, they can make the windows where you can see through into the operating room. So it could be a teaching opportunity, or for someone else like us who, as long as the patient's okay with it, want to kind of peek in and see how it's all done. But the natural light within an operating environment is very unique. And when you think about an operating room, you think dark and maybe a bright light or whatever. Completely different scenario here.
Yeah, we have 4 rooms that have a full window looking to the outside. And it's something I experienced in Bern, Switzerland when I was a resident. I went there for 6 weeks, and they had this full glass window looking out. And so I realized how nice it was to me. As I told you, oftentimes we come to work when it's dark. We go home when it's to the outside world for the day. You have that now. It's you see storms coming in. You see, kind of see what's going on out there. See the sunlight of the day. See what kind of day you're missing. And our employees really like it.
Yeah, I bet.
But everywhere in this hospital, it's not just the operating room. In our sterilization area downstairs, we have ambient lighting with windows. If you look around, there's glass everywhere. We think that adds to the whole experience.
I just went through all of Jim Palmer's stats because we had a story about him never trying a chicken wing, which I thought was weird. I would ask you, could you even ballpark the number of surgeries you've done in your career?
Ooh, no.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
How long?
35 years.
Okay, let's go. Why do I carry the 2? What's that? Yeah, split that. I think you've done over, let's say, 2,100. Is that too high? Too low?
Way too low.
Way too low.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
What's your high in a day?
13 was my most I've done in a day.
In a day.
Okay, sorry.
Because some take 15, 20 minutes, right?
That is crazy.
I've done well over 30,000, maybe 40,000. So
that's a lot of experience.
That's a lot. So my point is, I was going to ask,
wow, ...
Here's the next question. I always say there's 2 people you never want to hear. Wow, I've never seen that before. Your engineer, because we had this happen at the station recently, and I was like, if Gary's like not sure about something, I'm like, oh God, we're in trouble. But your doctor, you never want to hear him go, oh, never seen that before. How often do you get surprised, or do you ever anymore? Have you seen it all?
No, I occasionally see something I haven't seen before.
When's the last time that happened?
2 days ago.
Okay. Can you tell us anything?
Yeah, I can tell you it was an unusual finding in a revision hip that I wasn't expecting to see, and kind of an unusual proliferation that we sent to pathology. I hadn't seen the results yet, but it's not something I was expecting.
Okay.
So,
gotcha.
So you make a decision on the fly about what's the best thing for the patient. So
how do you feel going into surgery? Is there any emotion at all? Are you anxious, nervous, excited? Like, what do you feel when you go into a surgery
I'm always excited about we're getting the day started, first case of the day. I mean, I always cut up my patients. My patients will sometimes in the pre-op area say, "Hey, doctor, I'm nervous." And I said, "Well, so am I. What are they going to do today?" And then they'd quickly realize I'm kidding, or I'll say, "Yeah, I stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night. It's okay."
Yeah.
And we try to have a light conversation with the patient beforehand because some of them are worried.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I'm not nervous going to the operating room anymore. That's early in your career. You realize, but I still realize that patient on the table is the most important thing going on because that patient has entrusted us to take care of them. They're getting a general anesthetic, going to sleep, expecting us to take good care of them. They wake up and start their life again.
Yeah. You guys have helped tens of thousands of people here at UAMS. What is the importance of and the role with Ortho now with being able to utilize a walk-in clinic?
Yeah, great question. We're really excited about it because this means that patients who have a problem don't have to worry about getting an appointment. They can just come to our hospital and know that we have a clinic that's open from 8 in the morning till 8 at night during the week and 8 to noon on Saturday. If they've injured themselves or if they have a chronic problem and something's changed and they're just worried about it, this is the place to come get it taken care of. Obviously, we see patients, and we get patients in quickly now. Most of our patients can be seen in a week or two to see a subspecialist orthopedic surgeon. So that means we are very specialized in what we do. I only do hip and knee replacements. Someone else only does sports medicine. Someone does foot and ankle, shoulder, spine. But here they can come and see somebody who's willing to take care of everything, get the care started, and then get them to the right surgeon if they need surgery. Oftentimes, many patients don't need surgery. They need a diagnosis and a treatment plan to include therapy or medication or whatever.
We're talking to Dr. Lowery Barnes. If you're just tuning in, we're over here at Ortho Now. Well, we're at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital, but Ortho Now is a part of that, and we've been promoting that. Dr. Barnes just talked about the hours and the uniqueness of it, and now the availability, the accessibility for someone who's dealing with an injury that pops up again, whether it's your kid, whether it's you or a grandparent. It's got to, again, like you get a lot of hip and issues like that. I'm sure as you get older, it's great that it's across the board, wide swath, and any kind of injury, orthopedic related, that people can come in with.
You bet. And it's been, we've just been open a short period of time now, and it's pretty amazing that the breadth of what we're seeing. But certainly it's really nice that the patients are so appreciative because they can come in, get taken care of. And some of the patients have already been seen and scheduled for surgery that otherwise might be just now being seeing a doctor this week.
Got a note here from the 501. It says, I was working at the VA when Lowery Barnes did his residency and fellowship there. Nothing else. That's it. Not, I liked him. Not, he was mean to me. Nothing. Just
they meant to say, he's an incredible surgeon back then, and I bet he's really good now.
See, there you go. You fill in the gaps for us. I do have a couple of questions, and I was talking to, I don't know if it was Paul or maybe it was Keith that mentioned it to me, but you all do something that's kind of interesting. I don't know if this is common, but we were talking about some hand surgeries where you can do a nerve block and people can actually be awake during the surgery, and they can even see it if they want to watch.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach. Ooh. You could come in there, Justin, in that nice-looking shirt you have on. He always has on this UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine shirt.
That looks good.
And
you guys are the official Razorback sponsor.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
And have surgery. We don't have to change, get in the gown and all that. You're in your clothes, and if you're having hand surgery, they just drape out your hand, do a local block. It's called Walant, W-A-L-A-N-T, wide awake, local anesthesia, no tourniquet surgery. Ooh. And they do the procedure. You get up and walk out.
With your other hand, you drive home?
Exactly. You're not getting any medication to make you sleepy.
Right.
So
that's a pretty interesting one. Is that the most specialized? Is hand surgery? Because I always hear about
they like to think they are.
Okay. But
every subspecialty in orthopedics is complicated. I promise you, if you're getting your back done, that's the most specialized thing you're having done.
Is that the one with the most nerves?
Well, a lot of nerves come to the spine, yeah.
Yep.
But if you're getting your hip done, that's the most important operation to you. Right?
Fair.
And you say, what's major, what's minor?
Right.
If you're having the surgery,
involved, exactly.
It's major surgery.
I've said that for years. I'm like, it's a minor injury. I'm like, it's only minor if it's not your injury.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I also had somebody ask about software therapy. Does that mean something to you?
No.
Okay.
Software therapy?
Yeah, it was some kind of specific thing.
Was it soft wave?
Soft wave, yes. Soft wave.
I'm not
like a shock wave.
Oh, shock wave. Maybe they're talking about
a shock wave kind of therapy.
You can treat some tendonitis with a localized shock wave. They may be talking about that.
So you guys do that? Is that something?
Yeah. Software.
Yeah, you'll do that. Okay. How does that work?
It creates increased blood supply in the area to stimulate healing.
Okay. If you have a question and you want free advice, this will be the only opportunity for it. Otherwise, your insurance will have to cover it. We do. Dr. O'Malley takes calls during his segment occasionally, so I didn't know if anybody had anything, but you can pop on with us. What else do you want folks to know about this beautiful space. Other than I can't tell how tall the ceilings are. DJ, I was off by 20 feet.
I think so. What do you
Also,
think? Eyeball it. Before it gets to the second tier, what do you think?
80 feet.
He says 80. I said
Boom.
40. I'm not even close. Anyway, it's probably somewhere in the middle there. But anyway, it is an amazing facility, though. So, I mean, your architecture firm did a great job, whoever came up with this.
Thank you.
It's remarkable. It is very welcoming. I told DJ I'm going to intentionally tear an ACL so I can come in here and get treated, hang out. You get cookies over here in the coffee shop. I mean, it's a heck of a setup here now.
Yeah, and we got the full gamut of carries. Dr. Jonathan Gorey just walked by. On the 4th floor, we have our interventional pain area. Dr. Gorey runs it, so it's
is that right here?
It's a great place. Yeah, that guy right there.
Oh yeah, he big at the athletic club. I see him putting it in. He puts in that work at the athletic club.
It shows too, doesn't it?
No, I've been saying it for years.
What you
for
bet?
years?
What you bet, Doc?
For years.
250.
Okay. Yeah.
All I can tell you is that's all well and good, but he also injects my back.
Okay.
The man is a magician with a needle.
Okay. There you go.
He, I can tell you the first time he injected it, the doctor I saw told me that I couldn't play golf for 6 weeks or something because I'd injured my back. He injected it, and I played 54 holes in Nebraska 2 days later.
Let's go.
54.
The man is a magician.
Did you play it? What's it called? Sand something?
Sandhills.
Sandhills. Yeah. Was it up to
Oh,
stuff?
it's absolutely incredible. I'm in the middle of nowhere, nothing but golf.
You feel good about your short game?
No, I don't feel good about any part of my game.
I wonder how he would approach the if you started at the edge of the green at the Masters on every hole. Do you think you would win?
No,
not even close. Okay, he respects the game too much.
Dr. Hollenberg, does that mean something to you?
Sophie Hollenberg is our hand surgeon. She's outstanding.
Reattached 2 tendons in my hand, this guy says. I was awake for the procedure, got a quick video before she sewed me up. Excellent experience as the surgery goes.
That's wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, Dr. Hollenberg's outstanding. She has 5 other hand partners who just do incredible work. So 10 years ago, if you had a injury where your finger was amputated or your hand was amputated and you wanted to have it reattached, you couldn't have it done in our state. Now we have a full group of people who can reattach digits, revascularize digits, hands, etc. So there's no reason for anybody to leave our state for hand problems.
What's the best way to get a missing digit to the hospital to get reattached? Should I throw it on ice or just carry it in a bag?
Yeah, wrap it in a sponge, put it on the ice in a bag.
Okay. Hope I never have to do that.
I started to say that's an interesting question. What are you planning this weekend?
Better safe than sorry, Doc.
There you go.
Listen, let me tell you something. I told you I want to get a room here for a couple nights, but that ain't going to be the one I want to do.
That's not it.
Were we talking to you about this before we got on there? Preventative stuff, like we talked about trying to get into yoga class and stuff like that.
No, it was Dr. Barnes or Dr. O'Malley.
Oh, that was?
No, we talked about it when I came by earlier.
That was you.
Hey, DJ,
Yes.
you can't remember anything.
You are losing your mind.
I didn't know it was Thursday until about 11:15.
Because he said you talk about things you wish you would have known and done too, right?
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
He's in the wrong bed. We do have a memory center down the road too. We can help you out there.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
We treat everything, not in this building, but UAMS is full gamut of care. Yes, what we're talking about is that I'm about to be 65, and had I known now, then what I know now, when I was 30, I wouldn't have been worried about things I was worried about. I've been worried about stretching, mobility, because when you get to be my age, it's hard to get that opportunity again. And so for all the, especially the men, women are much more flexible. Many men are, by the time they're 55 or so, they've lost so much mobility. So whatever they can do early in their life, whether it be stretching, yoga, Pilates, whatever, those are important things. My partners would laugh at me hear me say that, because some of them are big yogis. And when I first got over here, I was giving them a hard time about all their hot yoga stuff and whatever the stuff they were doing. And then now I know it.
Yeah,
it's important.
Yeah, I think it would be good for me to do that a little more regularly. Plus, it's good for you to be peaceful inside. Namaste.
Oh man, it depends, because
he's a peaceful kind of guy.
Yeah. Doc see me on the golf course. He's like, "Wow, I've never seen anybody throw a wedge that far."
He is absolutely in touch with himself.
Yeah, I'm getting better. My mental side of things is what I'm working on. I don't figure my golf game is going to get better after 30 years, but I figure mentally I can become better about handling it.
But you do have the best banter of anybody on the golf course, especially in a little tournament down south of here, huh?
Yeah, occasionally. Yeah, we've had some fun.
Good banter.
Pine Bluff 4-ball is
okay. Oh, you talk about that.
We've had some good times. Yeah, I think we're headed back this year.
Okay. I'm not playing then, because he spoke so badly about my swing that he
was giving you a hard time.
Oh yeah.
We set up on 13 and we would heckle the golfers that came through.
Okay.
Yeah, you would love it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, people start worrying about it from the when they
couple
tee
holes,
off
yeah.
that morning, they're so worried what they're going to say about the par 3. Like, what are you worried about? It's not like those guys are going to try to hit the ball in front of anybody.
Do you work on your material the night before?
No, it's just organic.
Just what comes to you?
It's
okay.
It's the vodka handles it normally for me. Yeah,
just like his real job.
Exactly, no doubt. But the difference is when I'm at the Pine Bluff Floorball. Surprisingly, with all the things that we do down there for the few days, I always know what day it is.
Okay,
today I can't help you. I got this from Gino. He says I was an ortho rep for 16 years. Ask Dr. Barnes what his best memory of a rep is, good or bad.
Interesting.
Because they're in the surgeries a lot of times, right?
Yeah, they're most all cases, big cases anyway. The best, I don't know. There's so many, and some of them are, friends I've developed, and one I remember we found a problem with an implant. Unfortunately, there's been lots of recalls and hip implants and knee implants. One of the first was probably almost 20 years ago, and in the operating room, I said, these parts don't really fit right that I'm taking out. I'm doing a revision, and the rep's like, what do you mean? So then I take them out. I said, look, they seize up on the edge, and he calls the company, and the company's like, yeah, can you get those implants and bring them out? Like, are you kidding me? There's no way in the world these are leaving here. We're going to figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
And to that company's nice approach to it, they actually found that they had 12 implants that were implanted that had this problem. And they came back and shared with me every problem. Every patient had the problem, what they'd done to take care of that patient, et cetera. I actually started doing consulting work with that company later because I was so impressed with how they handled that problem.
Yeah.
So,
well, issues are going to happen. It's definitely how you handle it on the back end for sure.
But we have great reps. Oftentimes they're thinking about the case we're doing and having backups available, and you get in the operating room and say, God, I wish I had whatever. And they say, oh yeah, we got that as a backup. Good. Why don't you open it?
Yeah.
So
good to know. This person says, I had spinal surgery, amazing difference in my life now. I would imagine so. Dr. Bracey patched left hand after an incident with a table saw. I should get loyalty points with the UAMS hand team.
Yeah, it sounds like you should indeed.
What is the which type of surgery has the most common? I guess what's the most common surgery to get where you have to come back and get additional surgeries done down the road?
Oh, some of the flexor tendon injuries in the hand, you'll do a first operation to get a tunnel set up for the tendon, and then come back and do the full repair later. We're taking care of an infected total joints. It's a 2-stage procedure. You take out the implant, put a spacer in, come back a few months later and put the real implant in. Some of the spine surgeries are front and back and will be separated by a time period.
And how about for a hip? When you put a hip in, how long is that supposed to last?
20, 25 years.
Okay.
I mean, most of them last longer than that, probably.
Yeah.
I still see patients that I did 25, 30 years ago.
What is the what's been the biggest advance in your career? What's been the biggest ground we've made up?
In orthopedics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So arthroscopy happened as I was before I really got started. So that was a big one, but it had happened before while I was in training. But the change in total joints and how the patients are managed. When I finished residency, the average length of stay for a total joint in 1991 was 12 days.
Oh.
One of those, sometimes 2 of those days were before the patient had an operation. They're coming in to get ready. Now the patient comes in that morning and they leave 3 or 4 hours later.
Yeah, I was going to say it's from 12 days to 12 hours or less. Yeah,
yeah, it's amazing.
That's amazing.
But I say, as impressive as that is, the more impressive thing in medicine to me is that gallbladder surgery. Same kind of deal. When I was an intern, that was an open procedure and 12 to 14-day stay. Same thing now. It's a 30-minute operation with a laparoscopic treatment and then go home a couple hours later.
What's a gallbladder do?
I don't know. I'm not a real doctor. I'm a carpenter.
I don't know. Do you know?
It causes pain when it goes bad.
He doesn't know, but I do. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm a gallbladder expert.
Was that
asked.
your thing?
I had a kidney issue.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doc reached out after he saw my story.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, pretty great. You know what? I will tell you this. Christian and I just both did another 60-hour fast, 0 issues. I'm all patched up. I had to put it to the test. Let's see what kind of work we're working with there. You know what I mean?
Pretty impressive. You try to do that experiment twice.
Well, I mean,
he did 50% of it.
When you put a new hip in, somebody's going to try to run again, right? I mean, they're going to have to see if you did a good job. They're going to check it out.
They do.
Yeah, that's all. So, do you have limitations after a hip replacement?
No, we used to. Now we say it's enabling rather than disabling. People do what they want to do. In reality, we used to tell people, don't do this, don't do that. What do you think happened?
They do it.
They do what they want to do. And so now I tell people, we know they don't last forever. We know it's mechanical. Be smart. But if it's important to you to run, and because that's how you get your endorphins and that's important to your mental health, we understand you're going to do it.
Last thing, is there a surgery that you can perform to get me to a single-digit handicap?
No.
Okay.
I've seen your swing.
Couldn't hurt to ask, I figured.
But you can come to our golf lab and we'll work with you.
Okay.
Well, y'all have a golf lab?
We do indeed.
Here?
Out on Aldersgate.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have to come look. It's pretty awesome. We have the full gamut setup. We have force plates and pressure plates in the floor, a full motion capture so you can get what all your joints are doing, and then a simulator.
I like it.
And we have biomechanics folks that are working with us, two guys that international experts. Scott Lynn is with Swing Catalyst. That's the force plate. So he's part-time faculty. And then Greg Rose, who started TPI, Titleist Performance Institute. He actually lives in Arkansas. I didn't know it. Went to San Diego, got to know him, and then found out he lives here half the year. He married a girl from Arkansas, and they live out in Ferndale. And so he works with us.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty wild.
I'm going to ask a golf question.
They can't fix your swing, but they can tell you why it sucks.
What about when stuff like that happens, do they try to tell you how to change your swing to make it effective, or do they tell you how to make your current swing work?
Yeah, great question. So what we try to do is adapt the swing to what your body will allow you to do.
Gotcha.
And, you look at all these great golf swings. Well, that's great. But if you don't have enough extra rotation in your hip, you can't do that. So we'll come up with ways to externally rotate your foot more and your trail foot. Do the same for your lead foot. And we also look at going back to the game after hip replacement, knee replacement, spinal surgery. So it's a fun project. And so what kind of research do you like? The things that interest you. Golf interests me, so it makes it a whole lot more fun, right?
Cool.
Doc, okay, last thing, because I had somebody bring this up. Bo Jackson, 1991, avascular necrosis, ended his football career and his baseball career eventually too. Is that something that could be avoided today, or is that just you can't do anything about it?
Avoid avascular necrosis. Yeah, it's hard to prevent. Avascular necrosis has lots of different causes. The more common ones, alcohol. So if you're worried about avascular necrosis, don't drink, and that'll help you. Don't take large doses of steroids.
Well, he almost had his leg ripped out of his. He had his leg almost ripped out of his hip socket.
His was absolutely traumatic, and you'll love this story since you brought it up. In 1991, I'm in Boston doing my fellowship, and Clem Sledge was the chief. We get ready to go to the operating room. He goes, "You're not going to believe the conversation I just had." I just got called by the New York Times about Bo Jackson and whether or not he could have a hip replacement and go back to playing baseball and football, and what he could do. And I told him how stupid it would be to allow a man to go back to try to play professional baseball after a total hip replacement because of sliding, etc. And his next day or later that day, he goes, "You're not going to believe this. They just called me back to let me know who's doing his hip replacement, told him to go back to doing it. And it's somebody I trained." I said, "So you failed."
Yeah, but you couldn't do that.
Couldn't
go back to playing a professional sport, you think, at this point?
I think people would try and can do it. I mean,
but it's not advisable.
The problem is, it's not advisable because the injury may cause. Mm-hmm. So if you had a significant impact, the fracture around the stem of a total hip could be significant. Okay. And so it changes things there. But could you be a designated hitter? Yeah, probably. And say, okay, if I get on, not slide.
Yeah. Or slide head first?
Yeah,
you can slide on your hip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't catch a cleat or something.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, I guess that's it. Doc, thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all. It's great working with you. We absolutely love the buzz. We love what you all do for us. We love listening to you when it doesn't have anything to do with us.
Yes.
That's good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ralph, there's your testimonial. All right, Dr. Barnes, thank you. Lowery Barnes, a treat. There's a lot of experience and knowledge in that brain. And there's some golf talent in there, too, if you look really deep down. 12:37, we got to hit a timeout. and we'll be back in a second.
Yeah, before we go, want to tell you still amazing things going on with my friends at Oaklawn. Still got a couple of weeks to take advantage of the racing over there. If you want to do it digitally, all you have to do is get your Oaklawn Anywhere app, and you can bet on all the races that are coming up, or you can just head out there and have a great time. We'll keep track of the weather and let you know what things look like. Now, if racing isn't for you, it's all good. They got more than that to keep you plenty occupied. They got that smoke-free casino. They got great dining options, a great place to stay. I'm telling you, the pillows and the sheets, high thread count on everything. Awesome place to stay. And they also have the Astral Sprawl that's being considered 4 stars by Forbes magazine. I'm telling you, it is the spot to be over there in Hot Springs, Oaklawn. You can book a reservation at oaklawn.com, but also don't forget, when it comes to sports, get that nice sports betting app, and they'll take care of you, especially if you sign up for the first time. Over $1,000 worth of bonus bets for people who sign up for the first time. Get your Oaklawn Sports app. You can do that Google Play or at the good old Apple App Store as well. Oaklawn, the place to be.
No, have I ever let you get caught? Lost in the
Catch the buzz on all of our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. They specialize in custom in-ground pools. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
This is Sports Center.
It was reported yesterday by The Athletic and Colin Cowherd that Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava will be heading to UCLA following the fallout from their NIL agreement. Although Chris Lowe of ESPN followed that report, saying it's not quite a done deal. It's expected that Iamaleava won't get anything close to the $4 million he reportedly was seeking from Tennessee. Iamaleava's little brother Madden was originally committed to UCLA before flipping to Arkansas in December. In minor league baseball, the Arkansas Travelers dropped a game to the Springfield Cardinals 10-3 last night. They'll play again tonight at 6:35. Coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. And Arkansas starts their 3-game home series against Texas A&M tonight. First pitch is set for 7 o'clock. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network.
Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show. Brought to you by Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters for over 30 years. Call 501-568-0040 today or click online at arkansastruck.com.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, Howie, what is going on at the Robert Irwin Jewelers in the McCain Mall in North Little Rock this Saturday?
The 6-hour 60% off sale.
60% off? You mean up to 60% off?
No, let me clear this up. It's not up to. It is 60% off. Between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. this Saturday, you could get 60% off anything that's in our showcases.
This Saturday only at the Robert Irwin Jewelers located in the McCain Mall in North Little Rock.
It's a legit 60% off sale. Do not miss it.
At Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville, we're making your next vehicle more affordable than ever. We're paying the sales tax on every Gwatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle. Each one passes a 172-point inspection and comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, giving you peace of mind at no extra cost. And don't wait on our remaining 2024 models, including Silverados and Tahoes, starting at just $57,990. When the lot clears, the savings disappear. Come see us at Gwatney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. With approved credit restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters, and CertaPro knows how important your home is to you. That's why they're focused on helping you bring fresh color to your home. You can trust CertaPro Painters to get the job done right, even in those hard-to-reach places. Free estimates, reliable communication, professional painting, all at the right price. And each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or X if you're a nerd. Now let's get back into The Zone.
What if I just can't discover what What if I'm just taking
All right, DJ's trying to sell some art to Dr. Barnes over here. We are back here at Ortho now, again at UAMS at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. Again, 6 days a week, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. And on Saturday, we're going 8 to noon over here if you have an issue. And I will tell you this, you can make your lawn look great 24/7 by getting Sanders Ground Essentials on it. Cannot tell you how important it is to make sure you get on ASAP because there are weeds coming up. They've got bad intentions, nefarious thoughts, and they need to be put out of their misery. Get Sanders Ground Essentials on it. Make your grass grow up nice and green, your weeds go bye-bye, and they're going to take a soil analysis to make sure that your lawn is being treated exactly as it needs to and getting exactly what it needs. So I encourage you to call 501-315-9395 or go to sandersground.com and get Sanders Ground Essentials on your lawn. DJ knows all too well. You want it to look great. You want to be the envy of the people in your neighborhood. That's the place to be. It's Sanders Ground Essentials. They'll come to you. They are affordable. They are local, and they've been doing it for a quarter of a century. That's two brothers, Kent and Kyle, two good dudes, and they are local, and they are available when you have a question or any kind of problem or you want to know more about what they do. They will help you out. Great guys.
They my people. They brought me back to life.
They're the best. Christian, we got one break left still?
Yes, sir.
Guess what? This is going to be a short segment, I bet. So let's get to a little entertainment time.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Before we get into this, we are giving away another pair of cake tickets for birthday trivia. So if you want some of those and you can go to the show tonight, go ahead and call in while Justin is doing some entertainment news.
By 4:30, you got to pick them up today, folks. By 4:30.
It's digitally,
awesome.
so you don't even have to worry about that.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right, awesome. How did I get mine? I better start looking for them. Oh, I think they're in their Ticketmaster account. I don't know what this person is talking about. Okay, very good. Here we go. Cake is not up for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but a number of other bands are. There's less than a week of Rock Hall fan voting, and there is a clear frontrunner. It is Fish. I am not a fan.
Never heard of them.
You never heard of Fish? They're kind of like Grateful Dead-y.
Yeah, they're a jam band.
They're jam band.
Yeah. Jam band.
Yep. Anyway, they hold a strong lead over competitors as of this morning, or yesterday morning, was it? Yesterday morning. With 310,000 votes in change. Next up, Bad Company, then Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, Soundgarden, Joe Cocker, and Chubby Checker. The Black Crowes are just outside at 151,000. That surprises me. Mariah Carey, 129. I can't believe she's not already in. Outkast is back in the pack. Oasis is back in the pack. How can they not already be Hall of Famers? If you want to put Fish in over Oasis, I'm sorry. We're going to have to agree to disagree. But Fish has been around a long time. They're kind of, like Dave Matthews. They've been touring for so long, well-known for so long. They built such a huge fan base. It's just
it's not my thing, but they are great artists, I would say.
Who's that? Oasis?
They're very good at playing.
No, Fish. Yeah, I mean, they're good at what they do, I guess. It's just their music's not my cup of tea. You know what I need to do, though? I think it's probably more my cup of tea now than it was when I was in college when they became popular. And so I need to go back and listen to them now. I probably like them more now.
Who's bigger, U2 or Coldplay?
That's a good question. U2 probably.
U2.
Really?
But not by much. I mean, Coldplay's pretty ridiculous.
Okay.
I would say now Coldplay is probably more popular, but in their primes, U2 probably.
Is it safe to say they're both bigger than Evanescence?
Safe to say, yeah.
Evanescence's Amy Lee, Little Rocker, has spoken about her love of the Legend of Zelda series, and her only tattoo is inspired by the long-running video game. When I read this story this morning, I thought of you two dorks.
I'm also a big fan.
Rest my case, Your Honor. In a new interview with Netflix about the world of video games, she revealed that she's a huge fan. Ocarina of Time is my first role-playing game experience, and I still play it from time to time just to calm my heart down and go to sleep. As they've gone into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, Breath. Sorry, I don't know where I said Breath. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's just, I always assume they're going to have some weird name.
You know what Zelda looks like?
It's just been the ongoing life journey with me, my family, and Legend of Zelda. Yes, I do. I actually was on a gaming system that I had as a young man before you were ever born.
Then what's Zelda look like?
It's a little broad.
Huh?
Little chick.
Okay. Were you trying to trick him with the link?
Yeah.
Yeah. She showed off her one tattoo, a trio of hearts that can be seen in every Legend of Zelda game to keep track of your health. Oh, yeah. I'm sure I played Legend of Zelda. This has been a long time.
Would you say that's the number one game? The name of it's not even the name of the main character?
Yeah, probably.
Who's the main character?
Link.
You got me. You guys, neither one of you probably ever saw the movie War of the Roses. Very good film back in the day.
Is that Michael Douglas?
Yes, Michael Douglas
and
Catherine, what's her name?
Is it not Kathleen Turner?
Zeta Jones?
Kathleen Turner. Turner. Yeah. This movie came out years ago. Katharine Hepburn would have been well before that probably, although she was still acting probably about that period of time. Anyway, there's a new movie coming out called The Roses, and it is kind of a reimagining of sorts of the original film War of the Roses, and it stars Benedict Cumberbatch. I saw the trailer this morning. It looks fantastic.
I like
it.
Benedict
Comes out
Cumberbatch.
August 29th. I think you're really going to enjoy it. There are some hilarious clips from this. I was like, whoa, this is going to be good. So I will make it a point to go see it. It comes out August 29th. Mark your calendars.
Who's bigger, Benedict Cumberbatch or Michael Fassbender?
Coldplay.
I would say Cumberbatch may be bigger, but I think Fassbender's a better actor.
That's interesting because I was going to say Cumberbatch is a more respected actor. He's been more honored as an actor.
Yeah,
he's got more accolades.
Okay.
I think Fassbender is like the number one great actor, bad agent.
I think Fassbender's more general. His films are more generally fun and enjoyable, but Cumberbatch I think is more widely regarded as a better actor. That's my opinion.
You think Fassbender has fun films?
I mean, I'm thinking of some films that he's been in, and like they've been interesting. Like he was
I don't
in
think Prometheus is that fun.
I didn't see. I'm not okay. I haven't seen his entire catalog, boys. But he was in. The Tarantino Nazi
Glorious
movie.
Bastards. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a fun movie.
It's a great
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Birthday trivia.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We have to go.
I like the.
Oh, by the way,
independent
I just want to
stores.
correct something that I said because I said something about Buc-ee's yesterday, and I was like, I think it's opening. He was like, no. Yesterday was the groundbreaking.
Yeah.
So it was officially the groundbreaking yesterday. I knew there was something going on
That's what we
significant.
said. We said
because I saw
groundbreaking.
somebody was saying something about it. It's like, oh, we finally got to this point. We've been working so hard to get. I think it was Matt Tebow, a guy that I've known for a long time. He's like, I saw a social media post, and I was like, oh my God, is it opening? So no, yesterday was the groundbreaking officially. So they're still like a year and a half away or
You
whatever.
see the owner of Buc-ee's?
No.
He looks like the owner of Buc-ee's.
Does he look
If
like
you
a
were to
beaver?
assume, no. If you just saw a picture, you'd be like, yeah, I could see that guy owning Buc-ee's.
You know me, I'm a Double B's man. I'm a Double B's man myself.
Okay, yeah.
But you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ladies, how we doing? What's going on? Looking great. She's like, who's this idiot? Okay, let's do birthdays, shall we? Let's do.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, I'm gonna pull a David Basil, and I'm gonna give you guys a random trivia question here for a minute.
Okay.
And you guys can guess for a point.
Okay.
First up, on this day, we were just talking about this the other day, Christian. 2015, jazz composer and musician John Coltrane was awarded a special citation by the Pulitzer Prize Board. It came posthumously, but we were talking about how who was it? Was it a rapper?
Kendrick Lamar.
There you go. Was the first one that was ever not a jazz musician. On this day in 1951, Mickey Mantle's first game went 1 for 4 on his way to an illustrious career. And on this day in 1947, it was Jackie Robinson Day earlier this week. On this day in 1947, Jackie Robinson got his first hit of his entire major league career. Was it a single, double, triple, or home run, his first ever hit in the major leagues, DJ?
Single.
All right.
Triple.
What do you say? It was a single. There was something very unique about it. It was a bunt single. Bad man, Jackie Robinson. All right, here we go. This guy's first name is Norman. But you... Yes?
Tanner with DJ, Jeremy with me.
Oh. Tanner with DJ, Jeremy with you. DJ leads 1-0. This guy's real name is Norman. He is the leading NFL passer of all time who throws with his left hand.
Steve Young?
2,969 of
Phillip
5,205. 37,920 yards. He's a righty. And threw for 247 touchdowns. It's the most ever by a lefty. He started out as the second-round draft pick of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's now in Sports Talk Radio
Boomer
and
Esiason?
Boomer Esiason. Christian, correct. How old is he, Christian?
Jeez.
Boomer is
Norman Boomer Esiason.
I don't know if he's quite a boomer, but he's 63.
65.
64. You guys have been on a run of those lately. Wow. This woman is probably the best-known Spice Girl.
Posh Spice. Scary Spice.
Victoria Beckham.
Victoria Beckham is
That's
correct.
Posh Spice.
I need a name, DJ.
Oh,
That's
my
not her name.
gosh. What was I thinking?
How old is she,
All over
Christian?
it. She
Victoria
is
Beckham is she's 46 today.
47.
She's 51. We're almost the same age. And last but not least, this woman is an actress, and she was formerly married to an actor. By the way, we're tied 2-2.
Demi Moore.
No. She was in TV, and she's been in TV.
Jennifer
and
Heather Locklear?
Nope. Alias, Juno.
Oh, Elliot Page.
She played Electra.
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
DJ, big fan. How old? For the win.
Jennifer Garner
For the win.
is...
For the win.
And we walk it off?
Don't tie, because we're 3-2.
52.
Nope.
She's 54 today.
She's 51. DJ, no. You have been on a hot streak, sir. Tanner, enjoy it, my friend. We'll see you at Cake tonight. I will be there with bells on. And all you guys out there who got your free tickets from the Buzz, enjoy it. Because some of us had to pay for ours. Must be nice. You know what's better than working at the Buzz? Being a listener to the Buzz. Jeez, what a deal.
Save $600 on Hustler Turf Raptor Series mowers at Cabot Outdoors through May 31st. Hustler residential zero-turn mowers feature thick one-piece frame, welded steel decks for durability, and are powered by Kawasaki V-twin performance engines. Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy. At your knowledgeable authorized Hustler dealer. Check out the Hustler Spring Sales event at Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street today. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Spring has sprung in Arkansas, and the truck inventory at Gwatney Buick GMC is in full bloom. Now's the time to upgrade your trade, because the value of your current ride has sprung forward, and Gwatney's prices have rolled back during April's daylight savings. Trade up to a new 2025 GMC Sierra Crew Cab and save up to $13,500 off MSRP. Call 945-4444. These daylight savings aren't permanent. The time to act is now. Kick your current high rates to the curb and get a 2025 GMC Sierra as low as 0.9%. Right now, let Gwatney Buick GMC lower your truck payment with new GMC Sierras starting at just $479 a month. So set your watch to save during Gwatney Buick GMC's daylight savings. 5700 Landers Road next to Sam's in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock number 30976-31020. All offers through credit. Some offers require qualifying trade.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
You're in the zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with Justin Acri and DJ Williams.
I'm up until coffee.
All right, welcome back. Wrapping things up here from UAMS, the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital. Again, the walk-in clinic, second to none, folks. You need help with an orthopedic issue, you walk on in, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. You can't beat it. It's over here right off I-630, 801 Cottage Drive in the Rock, and they will take good care of you. Christian, I just had another guy reach out on our D3 Auto Sales text line about cake tickets, so if you don't mind taking a peek at that, that would be cool.
Yeah, I already saw. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Tomorrow, we're at Guatney Chevrolet Spring Savings Event is happening right now, and it'll be continuing on tomorrow. We'll tell you all about it. Remaining 24 Silverados and Tahoes starting under $58,000, and all their vehicles pass a 172-point inspection and come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And they're paying sales tax on every Guatney Guarantee pre-owned vehicle at Guatney Chevrolet. They're online at GuatneyChevrolet.com. Pop out and see us. It's the James Street exit in Jacksonville. We will be there from 10 to 1 tomorrow. They'll be making great deals today, tomorrow, and beyond. So there you go. Wes is making a great deal coming up on Out of Bounds.
Yes, we are. We're talking a little bit about the Diamond Hogs and their 3-game series with Texas A&M, plus recruiting. Richard Davenport joins us at 2:10. Andrew Hutchinson at 3:06 will get his thoughts on spring football and baseball and the portal and all that good stuff. So a lot of Razorback talk, baseball talk coming up.
It's Thursday all day long. Razorback baseball tonight. Don't miss it. Stay tuned for Out of Bounds.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has been selling and servicing boats and motors for over 40 years. They're